to the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBsports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
A cool, crisp fall evening as the 7-0 Irish put their undefeated record against the Bears of Delran. It's high school football and Friday Night Lights here on the WBCB Sports Network. A pleasant good evening, everybody, alongside the esteemed journalist Joe O'Gorman. Mike Warren here with you as always. Good to be with you for another edition of Notre Dame football here on the WBCB Sports Network. It was a dominant 42-0 victory for the Irish a week ago, Saturday afternoon at Hamilton West. A dominant performance from the offense. You could argue it was even more dominant from the defense, picking up their first shutout of the season after giving up 100 points in their first 3 weeks. Joe O'Gorman, this Notre Dame defense has really found themselves over the last three.
Yeah, I think a little bit the Notre Dame defense gets overlooked a little bit because it's such an offensive-minded team, but they're only giving up 11 points a game. So, I think the defense needs a little love every now and then, too.
Yeah, the defense has just as much talent on it as the offense does. Of course, we talk about A.J. Serace, we talk about Gabe Winovich, the future of Rutgers football, and rightfully so, two highly touted recruits. But when you look at that defensive side of the football, Liam Kilcommons, Gabe Winovich, and Connor Rozika, three guys that have really gotten the job done defensively for the Irish this season. Rozika leading the team in tackles and tackles per game with 10+, and he's just really come into form in the middle of this Notre Dame defense, as after losing such a valuable and big piece in Declan McCabe, who was running this defense for multiple seasons, Rozika takes over that middle of the defense sort of play calling signal caller, and now that's his spot, and he's done so pretty well.
Yeah, and he's the leader out there. You know what I mean? Like you said, he leads the team in tackles, and the other guys, Bailey and Renda, they're two juniors, and they're stepping up too, so they're following what the leader's telling them, and the defense really has played well.
It's been remarkable to see the growth from two players this season for the Irish. We talked about Rozika. Another one is Jordan Scipio, the starting running back to start this season, as the newly acquired Gabe Winovich had to sit out the first 3 weeks due to the transfer policy. Jordan Scipio really was the bell cow back to start the season. They use a two-back set with Winovich and Scipio, but he has still been just lightning and thunder when you talk about Scipio and Winovich coming out of the backfield for the Irish. Scipio also on the other side of the ball, he's covering the other team's best receiver, so he's tasked with a lot on both sides for the Irish, and he's handled it very well this season.
Yeah, I think one of the big things about this team is that you got a lot of players that are just going out there and doing their job. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's looking to be the star, even though A.J. Serace certainly gets a lot of inks. Winovich gets a lot of inks, but, they got guys that just go out there and play football.
That they do. A couple other names to watch out for when we talk about this Notre Dame defense. Guys in the middle, the big guys up front, rotating front four of Will Napier, Ethan Hellier, Graydon Story, and Liam Kilcommons. You add Gabe Winovich and Will Renda into that mix coming off of the edge, and that is depth and a whole lot of versatility from a defensive standpoint for the Irish.
Yeah, and I think if anything that Notre Dame has to look out for tonight is they can't catch themselves looking ahead to Hopewell Valley next week. They got to go in and play this game, take it one at a time, do the job you got to do here, win it the way you should win it, and then move on.
Focusing on the task at hand, something the Irish are going to have to do tonight if they want to keep that undefeated record at stake as they put it up against the Delran Bears, who make their way out onto the field here tonight, here from Notre Dame High School. Tonight's game on WBCB is brought to you by Team Toyota, Notre Dame High School, the Cade Motor Company, All Cure Spine and Sports, the Revere Restaurant, Haldeman Ford Subaru, the New Jersey Education Association, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Capital Health System, the Trentonian, the 12th Man Touchdown Club of Mercer County, the Italian People's Bakery, Hyundai of Trenton, Jammer Doors and and windows, all proud to bring you tonight's coverage here on WBCB. And this is the Trentonian pregame show, brought to you, of course, by the Trentonian. If you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and daily news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Homecoming tonight for the Irish as a packed house. Fans continuing to file in. The hooligan section, a neon theme tonight as they fill the student section here at Notre Dame High School. And just minutes away before the Irish take the field. 7-0 the record for the Irish. 7 straight wins to start their season as they make their way from the locker room to the field. The Irish led by quarterback A.J. Serace, running back Gabe Winovich, and the defense with Liam Kilcommons and Connor Rozika. 2 big, ferocious guys in that middle of the defense that really get things done, Joe O'Gorman.
Yeah, like we've been talking about, the defense has really stepped up, and, you know, the offense takes care of business, and then the defense defends what the offense does. They protect everything that they do.
One thing worth noting, the Irish losing star receiver Junior Wyatt Moore with a foot injury. He's in a boot down on the sideline. Serace has made use of receivers Tyler Skaronski, Stefanisco, my apologies. Tyler Stefanisco and Mike Quinn, they've been tremendous for the Irish, especially since Moore has gone down, the leading receiver from a season ago for Notre Dame, sidelined with an injury. And A.J. Serace really hasn't missed a step as the Irish moments away from taking the field as they await to break the banner.
Looks like they're anxious, Mike, to get going out there.
And here come the Irish. 7-0, homecoming, and a packed house here from Notre Dame High School as the Irish take the field as they play host to the Bears of Delran High School. We'll step aside as we honor America. Kickoff and Friday Night Light action is next here on the WBCB Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
My name's Dr. Victor Alfieri. I'm the owner here at All Cure Spine and Sports Medicine, where we have 3 convenient locations in New Jersey, in Hamilton, Somerset, and Monroe. Here we offer 3 different services and take a multidisciplinary approach. We offer physical therapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture services. We have 3 different doctors working under one roof, collaborating together in order to customize a treatment plan catered to what your goals are in order to help you improve your pain and function. Instead of driving around to 3 different places or paying 3 different copays, you come to one place where the 3 doctors will be working together to help you manage your pain and improve your function. Please don't hesitate to visit our website at www.allcurespineandsports.com, where you'll see where you can make an appointment or find more information related to what your goals are. Thank you.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
This is Angelo Onofre, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Welcome back here to Notre Dame High School, moments away from kickoff. Alongside Joe O'Gorman, my name is Mike Warren. Pleased to be with you as always. Captains for tonight's contest representing the Irish, of course, A.J. Sarace and Connor Rozika. For the Bears of Delran, number 1, Liam Kennedy.
Subject the violator to objection.
Number 77, K.J. Jones. Number 74, Colin Moore.
Requested to take personal responsibility.
And number 52, Jeff Conrad.
Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the game.
The Bears come in here on a 4-game losing streak, Mike, so they're going to be looking to try to snap that for sure.
The 2-5 Delran Bears looking for their first win in 4 weeks. These teams met almost exactly a year ago, October 13th last year. These two teams met. It was Notre Dame getting the best of the Bears in a 27-14 victory.
This West Jersey Football League has set up some strange opponents that you're not used to playing at all.
The Bears won the toss. They deferred to the second half. Notre Dame will receive the football to start tonight, and we will see A.J. Sarace in the offense of the Irish on the field first. The 7-0 Irish of Notre Dame playing host on homecoming to the 2-5 Bears of Delran. It'll most likely be Tariq Bryant and Karan Woods back to receive for the Irish. Those have been the two return men pretty much all season long for head coach Sean Clancy and his Irish squad. 7 straight wins to start the season.
It has been an amazing year so far for Notre Dame, and I'm sure they'd love to get another one tonight. What do you think the best thing about this offense is, Mike?
I just think it's how versatile they are. They can beat you in so many ways. For as much as we talk about the talent of A.J. Sarace with his arm, he can beat you just as badly with his legs, and he's got a physical running back in Gabe Winovich now behind him that can kind of take some of that pressure off of him at times. And they are a versatile offense that can beat you down the seams. They can beat you up the middle with the ground game. It's a number of different ways, and we'll see just what the game plan is tonight against the Bears. Set to kick things off, Brandon Wynn for Delran. All white look with the brown numbers and gold outline. An onside kick to start, and it looks like the Irish are going to have it. Great recovery to start this one by Ryan Peterson. The junior defensive back falls on the attempted surprise onside kick.
You know, that just goes to show you how badly Delran is trying to break that losing streak it's got going. Pulling out all the stops right from the start.
1st and 10 for Notre Dame from the Delran 49-yard line. After a great heads-up play by Ryan Peterson on the hands team. 2 receivers to the bottom, Stefanisco and Quinn. And it looks like 2 backs in the backfield to either side of Sarace to start. It's Tariq Bryant to the left of Sarace and Winovich to the right. Kilcommons, the tight end, at the top of the screen. Bryant comes in motion, play action. They'll give it on the ground. It is Winovich. Up the middle he goes. Looks like about 6 at least on that one, maybe 7. A strong carry from the future Rutgers Scarlet Knight and Gabe Winovich. Nets him about 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Like a battering ram in there. He just keeps pounding at you, and it eventually takes a toll on the defense.
Not afraid to put his nose into a couple of defenders is Gabe Winovich. As the Irish plugging guys in and out here. No huddle approach. Split receiver set, 2 to either side of Sarace, Stefanisco and Quinn at the bottom. Sarace from the gun, man in motion. They'll go back to Winovich, left side this time. pulling defenders along and crossing the down yard to gain. It's a first down and 10 after a strong carry. Give them about 8 on the ground that time for Winowich. It moves the chains. And it's first and 10 from the 34.
Not bad when you can pick up 15 yards on your first 2 plays.
Surace wants to throw this one. He's got pressure. There's a flag coming in. This one might come back. Surace plants, throws across the middle, complete to Mike Quinn. Across the 15, brought down around the 10-yard line. But again, there is a flag in the backfield. It is holding against the Irish, and this one's going to come back.
That's a tough one because Quinn made the catch and got the ball inside the 20.
Looked like Delran brought a little bit of pressure that time. The guys up front definitely blew it up. They've got some size down there in the middle, and it all starts with their captain, big number 77, KJ Jones, the senior, 6'5", 310 pounds. He's a force in the middle to be reckoned with, and on that play, just taking on 2 Irish linemen and blowing up that play. So it'll be first and long. Make it first and 20 for the Irish. Now they're back at the 45-yard line, 44. They'll give it to Winowich, left side, dancing, cuts it back to the middle, gets a couple, about 3.
Winowich on the carry.
Second and 17.
Pick up a 4.
You just know at some point in time, Winowich is just going to break one of them.
That's the kind of back that he is. He'll wear you down and then break you for about a 50 or a 60-yarder. Happens almost in every game he's been in this year. Surace wants to throw, escapes the pressure, lets it go on the run, right side, intended for Stefanisco. Had him turned around towards the right pylon of the corner of the end zone, and that one falls incomplete. There is a flag down, and we'll see who it is against. Chance for the second straight penalty, for the second penalty of the afternoon, or evening rather, against the Irish, and
Irish
it is.
are backing up.
They're going backwards. We'll see what the ruling is. 10:28, clock stopped. Second and long with the penalty looming. An eligible receiver downfield for the Irish. That penalty is declined. It'll bring up third and long. Big time down for the Delran defense. Chance to get this highly powerful and versatile offense of the Irish off the field here with third and long. Surace looks into the sideline. Stefanisco and Quinn outside of the huddle. They'll give the signal straight in from the sideline. So I guess technically not a complete no huddle there, Joe O'Gorman.
Yeah.
Winowich just to the right of Surace in the backfield. It's a read option. Surace keeping it. Right side, tries to take it off a defender and bounce off a defender, I should say, as he gets swung to the ground by Vinny Sacca.
Surace on the keeper. Tackle number 9, Vinny
Delran made
Sacca.
some good defensive plays in that series.
Looks like the offense is going to stay on the field here for the Irish. Fourth down and about 14 to go. Surace with Winowich to his left, trips to the left as well. Delran brings 4. Surace lets it go, left side, has a man. Stefanisco complete for the first down. Brought down around the 15. Inside the 15-yard line are the Irish. It's enough to move the sticks. No flags, a first down, and an injured Bear down on the field for Delran. What a throw from Surace to Stefanisco to move the sticks on fourth and long.
A beautiful throw, and he fit it right in there between 2 Bear defenders.
Stefanisco, the big-time reception. The injured Bear down on the field, junior defensive end, Dennis Vitisse. And again, you talk about the size for this Delran defense. Vitisse, 6'4", 205 pounds. A number of just physical, big defensive linemen on this Delran roster. Colin Moore, 6'1", 207. We talked about KJ Jones, 6'5", 310. You got Jake Namnut, 6'2", 272. Just big athletes on this offensive and defensive line for Delran.
Some good football history at Delran, but lately they're now on their 3rd coach in 4 years. They were 1-9 last year. So it's a team that right now is trying to look to get itself back together again.
Trying to find their identity again
exactly.
and rechannel some of those successful years of the past. It's always interesting to see some of the schools that, just a couple years ago were up there with some of the powerhouses and some of the really consistent, playoff and perennial parochial schools in this area. And now when you look at some of them, how they're trying to find themselves again. And sometimes it's a coaching thing. Sometimes it's trying to find the right environment for your kids to be successful.
Yeah. And in some ways, Mike, it's all cyclical. You know what I mean?
Right.
Every now and then you get just a great class of athletes.
There it is.
And you have success, and in other years you're, kind of rebuilding things.
There is an injury down on the field. We're going to take a timeout here as Batiste gets attended to by the medical staff. The Irish with a first down from the 13-yard line in Delran territory when we return. 9:26 in the first quarter. Zeros on the scoreboard. We'll take a quick timeout here between the Irish and the Bears of Delran on the WBCB Sports Network.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, then visit Cade Motor Company at their new bigger location off Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Cade Motor Company is locally owned, and they've been there for over 40 years, and they offer over 50 hand-picked certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. They have all makes and models, all personally inspected by the owners. You can provide your own financing, or Cade Motor Company can assist you to make your car buying experience seamless. No exorbitant add-ons, just a good, clean vehicle at a very fair price. That's why Cade Motor Company has been in business for 40 years. Minutes from the Quaker Bridge Mall off Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Or visit CadeMotorCompany.com. That's CadeMotorCompany.com. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Batiste getting carted off of the field here tonight. Very unfortunate for Dennis Batiste, the junior defensive end for the Delran Bears.
He's also one of their top receivers, Mike. He's, one of these guys that he does a little bit of everything for him.
Wish the best for him, and hopefully he's okay.
Certainly, yep.
Bryant in motion for the Irish. Delayed handoff. Now Sarais still with it. He pulls it back. Up the middle he goes. Lowers the shoulders. Still on his feet. And finally brought down inside the 5. Down around the 3. First down and goal for the Irish inside the 5-yard line.
Somebody sent in the play. It was the confused quarterback draw play.
You talk about riding a draw play out and riding a inverted veer play out.
Yeah.
Sarais holding on to that ball to the very last second.
Exactly.
Back to either side. Bryant to the left. They motion him again to the right side. Sarais looking right. Fires. Stefanisco caught. Touchdown Irish. RPO. Sarais to Stefanisco from 4 yards out. And the Irish strike first. 8:49 remaining in the first quarter. Sarais to Stefanisco, and they're on the board to start tonight. After converting on 4th and 14 to Stefanisco, Sarais finds him from 4 out for the first score of the night.
That was a real quick hitter.
Scarborough's extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 Notre Dame leads. A great first drive of the night. A fourth down conversion and a quick hitter over the middle from Sarais to Stefanisco for another score. as the car inventory in Mercer and Bucks counties. The all-new Hyundai of Trenton is cars priced from $2,000 to $200,000 and everything in between. All the new Hyundai models, pre-owned cars and SUVs from BMW, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy, and other models. Hyundai of Trenton has the car inventory for immediate delivery. Hyundai of Trenton, the area's newest auto dealer, has the cars in stock at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Pretty impressive stuff there, Joe, and really tremendous accuracy on big-time downs from Surace to his receivers.
Yeah, but you got to remember that went back on 4th down, that they got that, drive, continued that drive. Looked like the Bears had stopped it, but, that just shows you the talent that Notre Dame has and the ability that they have.
The depth at receiver this season has really been on display for the Irish. You lose Wyatt Moore, who comes off of a near 800 yard receiving season in his sophomore year. You don't have him for presumably the rest of this season. And Tyler Stefanisco has really just stepped right into that slot position seamlessly. Kick fielded right around the 10, across the 20, now the 30, knocked out of bounds before the 35. And pretty good field position to start, as we'll get to see the Delran offense for the first time tonight. Andy Zigbo able to knock the kick return man out of bounds for Delran. And we'll get to see the Notre Dame defense for the first time tonight. A defense coming off of their first shutout of the season. Vinny Sacca under center. Couple of backs in the backfield. Man in motion. They'll sweep it, and the ball's on the turf. Who's got it? It looks like Razika. Ball's on the turf. It looks like the Irish might have this one. They believe they've got it, and they do. Will Napier comes up with the fumble recovery on the first play from scrimmage for the night for the Bears. And Surace and the offense back out for the Irish. Big-time play from the defense as a formidable bounce on that turf. Will Napier coming up with another fumble recovery on the season. Fans getting into it. First down and 10 from the Delran 30. Surace with Winowich to his right. Stefanisco and Quinn, his receivers at the bottom of the screen. Dropping back, looking right side. Wants it all, has Quinn. He's dropped it. Through his hands, all alone was Quinn, just through the hands, something you don't see all that often from Mike Quinn. 2nd and 10.
No, that did, just right there in his hands was a beautifully thrown ball by Surace.
A slow stroll towards the opposite end zone on the sideline from head coach Sean Clancy. 2nd and 10. 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left to Surace, with Winowich to his right in the backfield. Takes the snap, he'll give it to Winowich, right side with space, down across the 20-yard line. Enough to move the sticks, a carry of 12 yards for Gabe Winowich.
Good for an Irish first down.
Down to the 19.
Going no huddle are the Irish. Coming in for Max Pelzer is Tyreek Bryant. A back to either side of Surace. Stefanisco and Quinn at the top of the screen. Bryant in motion. Surace sweeps it to Winowich, cuts it back to the middle, fighting forward down around the 15.
Winowich on the carry.
A gain of 5 on the carry.
Sure power got him those 5 yards.
Just when you think you got him bottled up, Joe, he finds turf in front of him.
2nd and 6 now at the 15.
2nd down, 6 to go. Same formation. Scipio the back to the left now as Bryant motions to the right. Wild snap. Surace handles it on a hop. Pressure in his face. Using the legs. Down the sideline. Tackled around the 10. Ball comes out, but not before the knee was down as they rule Surace down at the 9. That one enough to move the 6 yet again. A strong run and crisis averted for the Notre Dame offense as a wild snap. The athleticism on display from Surace as he handles that snap on a hop and just takes off down the sideline.
He did that all himself.
Pelzer, the receiver, at the bottom of the screen. Stefanisco and Quinn at the top. Surace, left side for Quinn. Caught. Is he in? He is! It's a touchdown! Mike Quinn from Surace.
AJ Surace to number 3, Mike
2 for
Quinn
2 on drives tonight for the Irish offense. Surace spreading the love as he finds Mike Quinn.
You know, it wasn't going to take long, though. He was going to give Quinn a chance to redeem himself.
9-yard touchdown pass. Surace to Mike Quinn. Scarborough on for his second attempt of the night. Low snap, handled by Magliazzo. The kick is up, and it is good. 7:18 to go in the first quarter, and the Irish with a 2-touchdown lead on the scoreboard. It's 14-0 here on homecoming. Impressive stuff, Joe O'Gorman.
Yeah, they've done it. They've took advantage of the opportunity they got with the fumble. They've made some nice plays athletically. You know, they've done everything that they needed to do to get this, give themselves a little first quarter cushion.
The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. You can visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street. For the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries, drive by to smell the homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. And don't forget to stick around after this one on our YouTube channel, the WBCB Sports Network YouTube page, the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game. Brought to you by, of course, the Italian People's Bakery at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. Scarborough's kick, a booming one, fielded just across the 10. Bears with some space across the 20, now the 30. Churning across the 35, a pack of Bears pushing the return man across. Trying to locate the number on that return man for Delran.
Start with it on their own 35-yard line.
Tough to tell, but it looked like Brady Bowman potentially the return man for Delran that time, number 15 for the Bears. As we get to see Vinny Sacca and the offense come back out looking for a little better result this time around.
Yeah, the first play they run was not very successful. Fumble, and Notre Dame picked it up.
Liam Kennedy, the receiver, at the bottom of the screen for the Bears. Man in the slot, under center. And a timeout taken down on the field by Delran.
Timeout, Delran.
So one play tonight for the Bears. They fumbled, turned it over to the Irish, who took advantage and marched right down the field, made it a 14-0 game. Second drive opportunity for the Bears, and before they can get the first snap off this time, a timeout to talk some things over. Well, Joe O'Gorman, it's time to view the world through Jammer Doors and Windows, a family-owned and operated local business since Babe Ruth started playing for the Yankees in 1920. Would you believe that? And today, Jammer continues to swat home run sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, storm doors, and windows. Jammer Doors features Rainer garage doors, steel or aluminum, and crafted for dependable, long-lasting service. Jammer Doors and Windows do their own work and installation using no subcontractors, saving you money. And avoid the big box stores and save with Jammer Doors and Windows. You can visit their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Pike in Lawrenceville on Business Route 1, and the Yardley showroom open by appointment at 215-493-7709. Action set to resume here, Joe.
I've dealt with Jammer Doors. Very classy operation.
There you go. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Man in motion. They fake the sweep. They'll give it up the middle. To the back, right side. Cutting it back left and met by a handful of Irish defenders. Man in motion was Nick Peen. They gave it on the ground, and a hobbled Bear that time around. Looked like on the carry. Tough to locate some of these numbers.
Yeah,
very nice jerseys.
Yep.
The brown numbers with the gold outline make it tough to locate some of the numbers. Tough to tell the 5s and 6s apart.
Another Bear down on the field.
Yes, another injured Bear. One of their linemen, I believe. Looks like that's number 62. That's Jake Namnan. Their guard and backup center. 6'2", 272 pounds. One of the guys we highlighted talking about the size in the trenches for the Bears in this one. Timeout down on the field. We'll take another timeout here. 6:34 remaining in the first quarter. The Irish lead 14-0 here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is the choice for your next vehicle purchase or service this season. With new Toyota models available for immediate delivery and over 100 certified used and pre-owned vehicles for any budget, plus service specials to keep you on the road to victory. Shop or schedule online at teamtoyota.net or choose one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton. Are you part of the team?
Injured Delran Bear. Down was number 62, Jake Namnan. He has some assistants helping him over to the sideline. Hopefully he's able to return in this one. Wish him nothing but the best. A couple of big losses tonight for the Bears. A couple of guys that play both ways.
Yeah, there's not a lot of depth over there. It's not a huge squad on the other side of the field.
Second down and a long 7 to go for Delran. Saka goes back under center. Tight end to his left, receiver to the right. Slot to his left and a receiver down there as well. Play action, Saka rolling out, throwing on the run, downfield, has a man. It is deflected in coverage that time, deflecting that one away. A great defensive effort. Looked like that was Drew Spence in coverage that time.
Spence made a nice job getting in front of it.
Correction, that was actually Karan Woods, number 30, getting in on the action. He's had his number called between this week and last a number of times and gotten considerably more reps in the defensive backfield for the Irish over the past couple of weeks, and they're making a great play, coming across the seam and batting that ball away. Third down and 7. From the gun goes Saka, man in motion. That's Kingsmore. Looking right, bootleg, Saka, he's going to keep it. Rolling out, fighting forward along the sideline. Will Napier shoves him out of bounds. He's going to be short of the yard to gain, it looks like, by a couple of yards. That'll bring up 4th down and decision time for Delran. Right around midfield, short of the 45. At the 43, they place it almost. Clock continuing to tick. Excuse me, it stopped at 6:03 rather. Now resumes at 6 minutes and counting. 4th down and a short 2 to go. Delran, the offense remaining on the field. They hustle to the line. Saka under center. I formation, some movement up front, not enough to draw a flag. Looks like Saka with a couple hard counts. Goes back to the hard count. He'll snap it. On the ground, left side with a seam and space. Splitting defenders and piling his way forward down near the 35-yard line. An impressive carry by Zahir Cobbins.
He hit that hole pretty quick. Got right through there, Mike, and went right down the middle.
Wasted no time, did Cobbins. Saw a seam between the offensive line and took it for 15 plus and a first down. Ball spotted at the Notre Dame 35. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Saka from the gun. Cobbins to his right. 2 receivers to the top. They'll sweep it back to Cobbins. He goes up the middle. Cam Bailey the first to get there. Napier comes in to finish the tackle. Another strong game from the ground game for Delran. 2nd down and about 5, maybe 6.
They're getting some yardage now.
Correction, 2nd down and 3, strong gain of 7. Cobbins to the right of Saka. 2 receivers remain at the top. It's Kennedy at the bottom. Saka looking back, he flips it to the middle. And a little bit of trickery taking a play out of Andy Reid's playbook, it looked like, where the Delran Bears flipping it inside to the tight end. Vaughn Spadile.
Down.
3rd down and a short 2. Minimal gain that time for the Bears. Under 5 minutes to go, approaching the 4-minute mark. Saka under center, I formation, receiver to each side. Saka gets the snap. They'll give it to Cobbins. Splits a couple of defenders down across the 35-yard line, the 25, and down near the 20. Inside the 20 at the 18. Cobbins moves the sticks, and the drive continues for the Bears.
They found a nice little crease right there in the middle of the Notre Dame defense.
And Cobbins maybe getting lost behind some of these big boys up front, 5'9", 155 pounds. Tough to locate for the Irish defense to this point. Gabe Winovich, the defensive end to the far side of the field for the Irish. He's into the game. Man in motion. They'll give it back to Cobbins on the misdirection. He goes right back up the middle, a gain of about 9, maybe 10. It'll be close to the yard to gain, but Zaire Cobbins doing it all for the Delran Bears on this drive.
In on the tackle.
Down to the 10.
Second and short. Saka breaks the huddle. Manny Nolasco, the fullback. I formation. Offset I, excuse me. Cobbins, the back. They'll give it to the fullback. Fighting forward. Gets maybe a yard.
Number 44, Manny Nolasco in on
Nolasco on the carry.
Good for about a yard.
The senior defensive tackle and fullback getting a carry that time around.
It's third down.
Third down. A short one.
Irish defense need a little bit of a goal line stand here.
The defense with their backs against the wall, deep in their own red zone. Coming off a shutout a week ago at Hamilton West, looking for a big-time stop. Here's third and short. Saka, Cobbins to his right, looking, fires over the middle. It is batted around and incomplete. Guess who? It's Karan Woods yet again.
Pass incomplete, broken up by
incomplete, no flags. Fourth down and 1 to go. And decision time for the Bears. Looks like Saka's going to stay on the field, as is the rest of the offense. This is a big fourth down, Joe O'Gorman.
There was an ineligible downfield. Backed it up to the 15.
I had trouble locating the flag because it was a pink flag for breast cancer awareness down there at the 10.
Yep.
Looking for the yellow flag I'm so used to.
Ineligible man downfield on the Bears.
So an ineligible receiver downfield.
It's fourth
They decline the penalty. It's fourth and short. On that last play, the back was Nick Peen, was in for Zaire Cobbins. 5 and 6, the running backs for the Delran Bears. I believe Cobbins comes back into the game. They'll go trips to the bottom of their screen. It's a different back to the left. It's Brady Bowman in the backfield. Solo receiver to the top of the screen. Saka, Irish showing blitz with Bailey. They bring pressure. Sweep it left side. Saka has the first down, lowers the shoulder near the goal line, and he is tacked. No, they gave him the touchdown. The official to the near side of the field gave him the touchdown.
Yep.
And now the refs are going to talk about this one. He looked short from our vantage point up here.
I thought his knee was down, then his body fell into the end zone.
Vinny Saka on the carry.
And the Boo-Birds coming out here for Notre Dame. Scipio trying to get an ear in. They're going to keep this ruling on the field a touchdown.
Number 9, Vinny Saka.
I'm not sure if that's the right call. Neither here nor there. The Bears get 6.
1:56 left in the first quarter.
And a big-time drive and a big-time response from Delran, an extra point away from making this a 7-point affair. Brandon Wynn on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it's good.
Extra point good.
With 1:56 remaining in quarter number 1. The score, the Irish 14, the Bears of Delran 7. Vinny Saka from about 10 yards out, doing it himself with his legs, and finds pay dirt for the first score for the Bears tonight. Just like that, it's a one-score game. The Irish offense, with their possession looming, the kick return team making their way back out onto the field. And can't forget about a proud sponsor for tonight's contest, the Mercer County 12th Man Touchdown Club. Coming up on November 1st, the unsung heroes of the football teams across Mercer County, the Touchdown Club, proud to salute those players whose efforts often go unnoticed but are the backbone of a program. The Touchdown Club will pay for 2 players per school at Massimo's Restaurant, 1035 Washington Boulevard, Robbinsville, New Jersey, at 7 o'clock. Coming up on November 1st. Well, Joe O'Gorman, we've got ourselves a ball game to this point as the Bears look like a little bit of the game getting away from them as their first snap of the night. It's a turnover. They fumble the ball, give it back to the Irish. Notre Dame puts up a quick 2-touchdown advantage on the scoreboard, but the Bears ever so calm over there on that sideline. They take a quick timeout on their second drive, and they march right downfield and find 7.
They had an onside kick go against them. They had a fumble on their first play. They've lost 2 players to injury already. Yet they're hanging right in there.
Yeah, this is impressive stuff from Delran. A resilient effort to this point. You mentioned the injury bug that's nipped them to start this one. Wind set to kick off. The Irish sort of expecting some type of a squib or an onside, as that's what we saw the first time around from the Bears. It is a surprise onside kick. Ball's loose, and the Bears, they think they've got it, and they do.
When the tide turns, the tide turns.
A huge flip of the field and momentum. Back-to-back onside kicks, 1 for 2 on the night, are the Bears, as a successful attempt from Brandon Wynn. You really couldn't kick that football any better than Wynn did, right down the middle of the field. The only Irish member that was near it was Cam Bailey, and his only option, he couldn't really dive on the ball. He tried to make contact with one of the pursuing Bears kickoff coverage guys and tried to blow his spot up to keep the ball loose, but just too many white hats around the football. 1st and 10
Delran
for
got
Delran.
there quick and covered it.
1st and 10 for Saka and the Bears. He's in the gun. Screen pass, maybe some trickery. They want to go deep downfield. They've got a man. It's complete. At the 10, knocked out of bounds. The trick play successful. Backwards pass completed originally to the backup quarterback, Brady Bowman, who finds Nick Peen downfield for a huge gain, and it's 1st and goal for the Bears.
Peen with the catch. Still 1st down Bears.
Ball marked at the 6-yard line in Notre Dame territory. 1st and goal for Delran. They hurry to the line. They lunge forward, and here comes a flag from the head official.
Flag on the play.
Potentially an illegal formation here from Delran. This could set them back 5 yards. Trying to keep the tempo up. Didn't look like everybody was in their right spots.
I didn't see what the call was.
I didn't either. It looked like the official put her 2 hands down and kind of pushed forward. She was trying to move somebody along. I don't know what signal that is, but I'm guessing it's an illegal formation. Or maybe an illegal push. I'm not sure.
Penalty on the Bears. Redo 1st down.
Ball's on the 11.
And they spot the ball on the 11. 1st down still for the Bears. It's 1st and goal. They will give it right side. Not much room. Still on his feet and finally tripped up. Down around the 12-yard line. Peen on the carry.
52, Connor Rosica for the Irish.
Rosica gets into the backfield, but I'll tell you what, there was a seam on that right side. The Irish did a good job setting contain. But when Peen went to go flip the field, if he didn't get that shoestring tackle, he might have found the pylon.
I think they lost a yard on that one, Mike.
They did. It set him back.
12.
Maybe even a couple. Saka with Peen to his right. A receiver at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Man in motion, that's Kingsmore. Saka, bootleg, right side. He's going to keep it. Bouncing it out. Across the 10, near the 5, and he's pushed out of bounds right around the 5-yard line, inside the 5, at the 4.
52, Connor Rosica. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and goal for the Delran Bears from the 4-yard line. 1 for 1 on the night in the red zone are the Bears, looking to make it 2 for 2.
Been surprising Bears so far.
Under a minute to go. About 40
Another
seconds.
timeout.
And a timeout taken down on the field.
Think this is 2-down territory for them?
I think it absolutely is. You talk about a team that's doing everything in their power to, one, instill confidence in their players, but two, shift the momentum and shift just the excitement around this game. All the talk about Notre Dame, 7-0, highly touted offense, a couple of Power 5 recruits on their roster. Well, Delran, they've probably heard enough of that, and they're probably sick of it to this point, because they've got a team that they feel is built for this season, but also built for the future. You look at this roster, 12 seniors on the team, a whole lot of juniors and sophomores, and a lot of those sophomores getting action here tonight. Homecoming for the Irish, the Bears trying to spoil it. 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter as they find themselves 4 yards away from tying this game potentially at 14 apiece.
Delran's definitely changed the momentum of this game.
The Irish with their big boys in up front here, close to the goal line. Jack Beecham comes in, he's in the middle. Pistol formation. Cobbins in the backfield with Saka. They'll go Cobbins, he's in. Right side from 4 yards out, Zaire Cobbins in for 6. An extra point away from tying things up at 14 are the Delran Bears.
That looked awful easy there, Mike.
Methodical on that drive. The Delran Bears just picking and choosing how they want to pick apart that Notre Dame defense. They did so on that drive, a big hitter, and just pounded it in. Good snap, good hold. Bowman's kick is up, and it is good.
Extra point good by number 17, Brandon.
Just like that, we're all tied up. 37 seconds remain in the first quarter. The Bears have evaporated a 14-0 deficit as we're all tied up here on homecoming for the Irish. The Bears trying to play spoiler, a whole lot of football left, but playing their role to this point, Joe O'Gorman.
Yeah, they've been the surprise right now. You figure 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, and all of them struck quick.
A lot of scoring in this first quarter. Still some time remaining. And I'll tell you what, with how the Irish offense operates as well, wouldn't be surprised if they find themselves scoring before the quarter ends. When you've got as much talent on offense as you do. We salsa race on that big 4th down and 14. Find Stefanisco for at least 25 yards on the conversion. Chunk plays.
I think right now that Notre Dame sideline's got to figure out a way to plug that hole in the middle where Cobbins keeps finding room.
Yeah, the Irish definitely have size to match with Delran in the middle. You talk about guys like Ethan Hellier, like Graydon Story, like a Jack Beecham. Can't forget about Will Napier as well. But the size for the Delran Bears to this point, they've made their presence felt, and they've done a great job creating space and creating big alleyways for speedy backs like Nick Peen and Zaire Cobbins. Another onside kick. This one close to the 50. Who's got the football?
I think the official believes it went out of bounds.
One thing is for sure, it's been pretty tough to read what's been going on down on the field from an officiating standpoint tonight. As a whole lot of confusion near the Notre Dame sideline. I guess that is the ruling. That ball hit out of bounds. There is a flag down at the 46 in Delran territory where they are kicking off from. That penalty, I believe, will be accepted. It will set the Delran Bears back 5 yards. So they will kick from their own 35. And now,
I don't know if you could do an onside kick from back here now.
Yeah, that would be 35. Pretty tough. That would be pretty tough. I guess it would it have to go 15 yards? Or
no, I think it's still 10.
Still 10, yeah. The Irish with a whole bunch of hands on the front line. Bowman will boot this one away. Over the head of Woods. Keeping his footing Correction. The sideline and out of bounds onto the Delran sideline. A strong return by Zamir Jones. Jones back to receive that return and fielded it on a hop over his head, almost lost his footing, put his hand down, and then put his foot in the turf and turned it up. Knocked out around the 40-yard line. Good field position for the Irish. 28 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 14's on the scoreboard.
Nice return by Jones.
Big time return. What looked like an opportunity for the Bears to pin the Irish deep in their own territory. Pelzer in motion for Serace, looking deep, lets it go, right side, has Quinn, it is dropped! Quinn was all alone again, in and out of the hands. 2nd and 10. 22 seconds remaining in the first half.
Another beautiful thrown
first quarter,
ball.
excuse me. That was a great pass from A.J. Serace and another uncharacteristic-like drop from Mike Quinn. Serace feeds Scipio left side with space across the yard to gain. Down around the 50. It's a first down and 10. It'll stop the clock temporarily as the chain gang gets reestablished. Serace looking over to the sideline. Irish going to go no huddle. 15 seconds and ticking. Serace barking out the order. Split receiver set. Pelzer in motion. Serace takes the snap. Read option. Using his legs. Turning it up. Plowing forward, lowering the shoulder down across the 40. And the spot at the 40. Close to the first down marker.
That'll kill the quarter.
And that's going to do it for quarter number 1. All knotted up at 14 apiece. The Bears of Delran trying to spoil homecoming for the Irish of Notre Dame. 1 quarter in the books, and we're all knotted up. It's Friday Night Lights on the WBCB Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Fresh 12 minutes on the game clock. Quarter number 2, it's a sweep. Winowich, right side, has a seam to the sideline, tight roping, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 20. Huge gain from Gabe Winowich as he takes it from the 40 all the way down to the 18-yard line. Into the red zone go the Irish.
He was tight roping all the way down. Excuse me.
Back to Winowich they go, staying up the middle, but he's met rather quickly. Gets about 3 that time.
Gabe Winowich good for a carry.
As it looked like Manny Nolasco and company in on the stop for the Bears.
44, Manny Nolasco.
Irish continuing their no-huddle trend. Coming into the game at receiver, Max Pelzer. Stefanisco goes to the bottom of the screen. He's split out with Mike Quinn. Now they'll go trips to the bottom, it looks like, with Pelzer and Stefanisco. Stefanisco the closest to Serace. Winowich motioned out to the left. Serace looking left, fires, completes. It's Winowich out of the backfield, splits a man, and here comes a pink flag. It'll be a hold or a block in the back that looks like against the Irish of Notre Dame.
These penalties Notre Dame don't need in the red zone.
It looked like it was Max Pelzer who might have held on for too long or maybe got the backside of a defender. For the Bears, it'll set the Irish back and potentially plague the drive here as The Irish were cruising to start quarter number 2. A big hitter on the ground.
It's still 3rd down.
With Winovich using his legs. Clock stops, 11-12. Now it resumes. 3rd and a long way to go for Surace and the offense. 2nd down, excuse me. Trips to the right for Surace. Magliazzo in between Quinn and Stefanisco. Scipio, the back to the right of Surace. They motion him out. Quarterback draw. Surace splits a man left side, cuts it back to the right. Across the 15, still churning his legs down inside the 10. Marked at the 8, A.J. Surace, a powerful runner. That'll set up a 1st down and goal to go for the Irish.
That just shows his ability. He made 2 or 3 cuts in there, Mike, that just kept the drive alive there.
1st and goal for Notre Dame. Surace gets the play call from the sideline. Winovich to the right of Surace. Trips again to the top of the screen. AJ gets the snap, looking right, slant. Stefanisco caught, touchdown. Number 2 on the night for Stefanisco, number 3 for Surace.
Stefanisco for the Notre Dame score.
The Irish an extra point away from making this a 21 to 14 point affair as a great connection continues. Surace to Stefanisco for 6.
I think we're in the middle of a shootout here, Mike.
It might be that way, Joe O'Gorman. Scarborough on for the kick. Magliazzo the hold. Good snap, good hold. Running into the kicker. Here comes the flag. The extra point is good. And potentially a chance for the Irish to enforce this one on the kickoff. Scarborough remains perfect on the night.
On the kickoff. That brings us to a score.
And for good measure, a pink flag coming in as well.
The Delran Bears.
One of the things that's amazing about Notre Dame is just how quick their offense is.
Quick, powerful, a whole lot of adjectives you can use to describe this Notre Dame offense. They find themselves back on top. Surace and Winovich leading the way. AJ with 3 touchdown passes in the first half, and it doesn't look like he's cooling off anytime soon, Joe.
No, I don't think so. He's so versatile, you know, he can hit every ball he's thrown tonight's been almost perfect. You know, and then he has that ability to run.
Tonight's game on WBCB brought to you by Notre Dame. Want to tell you about their open house coming up on October 26th from 7 to 9 p.m. All prospective 8th grade students and families are welcome. Visit the Notre Dame website. Visit the page to register and learn more about the Irish for a Day. Program and application deadlines. Come experience the spirit of Notre Dame. That is coming up on October 26th from 7 to 9 p.m. here at Notre Dame High School. As the officials still down there on the field trying to assess how Notre Dame wants to apply the running into the kicker penalty here on the ensuing kickoff. It'll be Sebastian Swiatek coming out to boot things away, the secondary and power leg for the Irish, a touchback specialist, if you will. Still a couple of flags down there on the field.
The referee is Terrence Stokes, former great athlete at Trenton High, and he played football at Penn.
Number 59, Sebastian Swiatek, out to kick for the Irish.
Swiatek to boot things away for Notre Dame.
Receive for the Bears.
And you're seeing Sean Clancy saying he wants this football bumped up. It should be 5 yards in the other way. They set Notre Dame back 5 yards. About to have them kick from their own 35. They should be kicking from the 45.
Right.
Just a little confusion down there, but they've got things ironed out.
Clancy picked it up.
Saw Sean Clancy down there a bit confused, like, hey, hold on, we didn't do anything wrong. We don't need to kick it back 5 yards further. And Swiatek will boot things away from his own 45, a 5-yard advantage this time around after the running into the kicker penalty on the extra point. Swiatek puts the hand up, ready to boot things away. A line drive, booming kick, bounces around the 10, Fielded right around the 2, almost went out of bounds. Reversing field, inside the 5, cutting it back towards the right and just pounded down inside the 10-yard line.
Returned by number 16, TJ.
A huge hit on the coverage team that time.
Connor Rossica for the Irish.
I don't know if he shouldn't have let that one bounce out of bounds or the end zone.
That was a risky return call.
Boy, it was.
But a great hit down there. That was made by number 55. That's Alexander Villarelli. Impressive stuff on that tackle from Villarelli. Yep. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Deep in their own zone. Right around the 9-yard line. Saka in the pistol formation. Man in motion, they'll give it up the middle. Cutting it back across the 25 and tackled Cobbins, and a flag comes in late at the end of that play.
Zahir Cobbins. Brought down by number 30, Caron Woods. Flag on the play.
A lot of flags tonight, Mike.
A flag against the Notre Dame sideline.
Wow.
Wow. That is something you don't see every day. Sideline penalties, there's typically a warning beforehand. That's not that it's noticeable from up here in the booth, but noticeable enough for the sideline to not commit the penalty.
Sideline encroachment. The ball will be moved up 5 yards.
Just a warning.
Just a warning this time around.
No movement.
So no movement of the ball yet. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. After the big run from Cobbins, Saka looking left side, complete. And tackled down right around the 35-yard line. Pass complete to Shane Kingsmore.
To number 10, Shane
Cam Bailey in on the stop.
Brought down by number 7,
Gain of about 8, brings up 2nd and 2.
Don't forget, Delran's lost one of their top receivers, Vitesse, who left with sadly with a cast on his leg. An air cast.
It's true. It's very unfortunate. A couple of tough losses tonight for the Delran Bears, but they've responded nicely, trailing by 7 after knotting this game up at 14 apiece. In the gun, they'll give it to Cobbins. He's met by Kilcommons and Rozica, still churning forward past the 1st down marker, getting a help from his offensive line now. An extra push at the end, and a strong gain in the ground attack yet again from the Delran Bears, Joe O'Gorman. 1st and 10. Ball spotted around the from the Delran
40.
Right at the 40. Yeah, I thought he got across the 40, but they'll spot him right there at the 40-yard line.
They got that Eagles push going real good.
Grounding and pounding their way down the field, the Delran Bears. Although we've seen bootleg options in this offense for Saka. They've allowed him to be a runner or a thrower. To this point tonight, 1st down and 10, ball spotted at their own 40. Under center this time, Saka. Cobbins in the backfield. They'll sweep it. Bailey comes in with a big tackle and a flag comes in.
Number 6, Zahir Cobbins on the carry. Brought down
Looked like they went
Bailey, flag on the play.
With Nick Peen on the carry. He was tackled awkwardly on the sweep.
Face mask.
And that'll be a face mask penalty against the Irish at 15. On to the end of that one for the Bears. It'll move the sticks,
15-yard
and that will put, a 5-yard penalty.
Correction, 5-yard penalty. 5-yard penalty.
Moves them up to the 49.
Was it a face mask? Just touching the face mask for 5?
Just a 5-yard face mask.
Ah. First and short for Delran. Saka under center. Cobbins left side on the ground, has the 1st down and more. Back to the middle, looking for the right sideline. Scipio with a big tackle as he brings down Cobbins by his left leg. It's another 1st down for the Bears as they get into Notre Dame territory by quite a bit.
Cobbins is having a heck of a game here.
Truly is. Tackled at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bears, and no answers for the Notre Dame defense for Zahir Cobbins.
He's averaging like 50 yards a game, and He's got to be well over that already.
Yeah, you have to think a little bit of a change in the game plan when you lose your leading receiver. Some other guys are going to have to step up. Cobbins has done just that to this point. Looks like Peen is in the backfield now. I formation, Irish line shifting up front. Didn't look like they jumped that line. Saka calls out the signals. Under center in the I formation. It's Cobbins in the game still. He goes left side and fights forward for 2, maybe 3. Spotted down around the 34-yard line in Notre Dame territory, 2nd and 6. Excuse me, 2nd and 7.
A host of Notre Dame tacklers. Number 11, Leo Kilcox.
3 yards a carry is enough to get the job done. 4 carries of 3 yards apiece is a first down, Joe O'Gorman, and it seems like the Delran Bears are okay. As long as they net positive, they're going to stick with it.
I mean, Cobbins keeps finding holes in there, and he's got some speed. So once he gets a little bit of daylight, he's off.
2nd down and 7. Under center is Saka. 2 receivers split out to the left with a tight end. Cobbins, play action. Saka, bootleg, flips, incomplete. The intended receiver on the bootleg was Vaughn Smedile.
Saka threw that one low. There's no way it could be caught.
3rd down and 7 to go for the Bears. Irish looking for a big-time stop as they're clinging on to a 7-point advantage. Saka comes to the huddle with a handful of substitutions. Cobbins out for this big 3rd down play. Looks like Bowman the back to the left of Saka in the backfield. A trick play for a big hitter earlier in this night for the Bears. Here they are on 3rd and 7. Split receiver set, design run. Saka with space, left side, has the first down and more. Still on his feet across the 20. He's stuck out of bounds by a couple of Irish defenders. Scipio first to get there, but what a play call from the Delran offense on 3rd and 7, netting for 15 plus as they get brought down inside the 20, down around the 18-yard line, closer to the 17. 1st and 10 for Delran.
When Delran runs, they're getting yardage in chunks.
The Irish defense has had no answers to this point. It's tough because you can't spy the running back.
Yep.
They have multiple. Can't spy the quarterback because then they'll beat you with the running back.
I remember, too, this started at the 9.
A long drive for the Bears, trying to cap it off with a score. Delayed handoff, Cobbins stuck in the middle. Razika gets there. He's the first. Napier comes in to finish the blow. 51 and 52 for the Irish, making some noise.
It's 2nd down.
Razika, the senior.
Big play in there by the defense.
A big-time play. Keeps them right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard on that one. 2nd and a long, 9 to go for Delran. As it starts to get just a bit chillier, the fall air making its presence felt. From Nolan Field here at Notre Dame High School, Irish on top by 7. Saka under center in the eye. Play action. Winowich on the blitz. Flicked open and caught down inside the 10, and a late flag comes in. The pass complete to the intended receiver in Brady Bowman.
Flag on the play.
And a flag in the backfield. It looked like Winowich coming off the edge was held. So 2 flags on the play, 1 at the end of the play, which looks like it might be against Notre Dame, and 1 in the backfield, which looks like it could be against Delran. Could have offsetting penalties.
I think they're both against Notre Dame.
Holding against Delran.
Delran.
The 1 call. And helmet-to-helmet contact.
Wow.
Against the Irish.
Holding on Delran, helmet-to-helmet contact for the Irish. Those are offsetting penalties. The play is...
Still 2nd and 10.
Still 2nd and about 9 to go. They'll redo 2nd down with the offsetting penalties. Play action pass completed. That was Shane Kingsmore, I believe, number 10, brought down inside the 10 for Delran, but the offsetting penalties. And it's not every day you see You see Gabe Winowich getting caught up on the defensive line, but Zaire Cobbins was hugging him like a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Split receiver set. Gun for Saka with Cobbins to his left. Play action. Saka bottled up in the backfield. He gets right back to the line of scrimmage somehow.
Vinny Saka
just barely.
Line of scrimmage by number 6.
As it is 3rd and 9.5, if you will. Almost 10. Big time tackle. Looked like Kilcommons and Razika in on the stop.
3rd down.
3rd down and long to go for Delran. Winowich, the DN for the Irish, to the far side of the field. Kilcommons near side. Zigbo, the D-back at the top of the screen. Split receiver set for the Bears. Saka in the gun. Cobbins to his right, looking left, looking right, letting it go deep down the middle, incomplete. Contact in the end zone, no flags. 4th down.
Intended for number 1, Liam Kennedy.
Liam Kennedy.
It's 4th
the senior
down.
captain wideout, the intended receiver. Saka's pass falls incomplete towards the back of the end zone. This is 4th down and 10 to go.
Interesting call here, Mike.
The field goal unit makes their way onto the field.
Field goal unit.
Brandon Wynn to attempt this one. It'll be about a 35-yard attempt for Wynn. Good snap, good hold. Wynn's kick. It is wide left.
Goal attempt, no
good. Irish will take over at their own 25. 1st and 10 with 3:37 to go in the first half. And a chance to take the remaining minutes off of this clock and potentially find some more points for A.J. Serace in the Irish offense.
Make sure to stop by.
That's a big-time hold for the Irish defense.
For the defense.
And support your Notre Dame.
Surprised on 3rd down they didn't go to Cobbins. Keep it on the ground.
So Serace and the offense come back out on the field. They'll get it actually at their own 20. I thought they normally placed the ball where it was kicked from. Read option, Serace keeps, splits a defender around the 20, down across the 30, near the 35, and they'll spot him at the 34. It's a 1st down for the Irish, a strong gain on the ground from Serace. No huddle, go the Irish. Quinn and Stefanisco at the bottom of the screen. Pelzer and Magliazzo at the top. Scipio the back to the left of Serace as he gets the play call from the sideline. 3:20 and counting here in the first half. Irish leading 21-14. Scipio, right side on the ground. Made one man miss, but brought down across the 40-yard line, down at the 41.
Jordan Scipio on the carry.
Give him about 6 on the carry, 2nd and 4.
It's 2nd and 4.
3 minutes remaining, no huddle for the Irish. Scipio stays in, split receiver set. Back to Scipio they go, right side, has the 1st down and a little bit more. As he crosses the 45, down to the 47.
1st down.
Moves the chains, 1st and 10 for the Irish.
This is what they want to do, Mike. Strike quick here. Keep those chains moving.
Irish keeping the same personnel, thought they wanted to sub in Tyreek Bryant for somebody as they get Gabe Winowich ready on the sideline. Same personnel for the Irish. Read option, Serace keeps. Didn't have the edge, still on his feet. Strong running from Serace, carrying Bears on his back. Across the yard to gain. 1st and 10 for the Irish as they are in Delran territory at the Delran 41. Now at the 40 they place it. No, excuse me, back at the 41.
Another great run for Serace.
Strong runner. And a flag comes in before the Irish can get this one away.
Flag on the play.
See who it's against.
We went a few minutes without a flag, Mike. That was okay.
Encroachment against the Bears. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll remain 1st down.
5-yard penalty.
All spotted at the 36.
Still
deeper into Delran territory go the Irish. 1st and about 5 to go for Serace. Motioning Winowich to his right. Split receiver set. Pelzer at the bottom of the screen with Magliazzo. They'll give it to Winowich up the middle. Has a seam. Looking right. Back to his left and tackled down around the 15-yard line. Inside the 15. Down at the 14. Enough to move the sticks. First down and 10
yard
for the Irish.
He burst right through that hole.
Now it looks like they'll go sort of a hybrid huddle here. Stefanisco and Quinn at the bottom of the screen. Serace, with his offensive line behind him, looks over to the sideline, gets the play, and breaks the huddle. Split receiver set, Winowich to the left of Serace. Ball spotted, right at the 15. Play action, Serace keeps it on the read. In the middle, makes a man miss. It's a touchdown. 3 through the air and 1 on the ground for A.J. Serace. He can do it all.
Sure can.
With 1:51 remaining in the first half, the Irish add on 6 more, looking for 7. Scarborough comes out for the extra point, but A.J. Serace having a day here on homecoming. Scarborough on for the extra point. Magliazzo on to hold. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good.
By number 17, Kevin Scarborough.
Scarborough remains perfect on the night for extra points. 9 ticks under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half, and the Irish re-extend their lead to 14. 28-14 the score. Impressive stuff from A.J. Serace. We mentioned the 3 passing touchdowns. How about one from 15 yards out with his legs? And he made a couple of Bear defenders miss.
That whole drive took a little over 2 minutes.
Still some time on the clock, just under 2 minutes to go, so a chance for Delran to really try and implement their 2-minute offense. We saw them march all the way downfield from their own 9-yard line before they had their field goal attempt go wide left. It'll be Swiatek to kick this one off. From the 40 this time.
Number 59, Sebastian Swiatek out to kick for the Irish.
Talk about an effective drive, Mike. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was. Sean Clancy in the offense dialing and really hitting on all cylinders tonight. A high flying kick off the foot of Swiatek. Fielded inside the 10-yard line, across the 15, nearing the 20. And stuck right across the 20-yard line on the return was T.J. Howley. A strong return, but an even stronger tackle made by the Irish kickoff team. Gutierrez in on the stop for the Irish. First down and 10 for the Bears.
22.
And they get the ball at the 22 after forward progress. Gives them some decent field position to start.
The defense bent a little bit the last time Delran had the ball, but they made the plays when they had to down the other end. Now they got to do it one more time.
Saka. Split receiver set with a back to his left. It looks like Cobbins. And some movement up front. I believe it came from the Bears. False start is the call.
Yep. The wide receiver out here got off a little early.
Shane Kingsmore with a little bit of happy feet, the junior wide out.
Yep.
That'll set the Bears back 5 yards. First and 15.
Penalty on the Bears, now send back 5 yards.
Homecoming tonight for the Irish. Stick around at halftime. We'll have some of the homecoming ceremonies here on the stream for you, here on WBCB. Don't forget to subscribe and follow the YouTube page on WBCB Sports Network. Head on over to the website at WBCBsports.com for all the upcoming games, post-game interviews, and everything on the YouTube channel. Everything you need, your one-stop spot for all your high school sports coverage between Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties. First and long for the Bears. Saka with a back to his left. It looks like Cobbins. Delayed handoff. Cobbins back to the Irish sideline. Stuck around the 20-yard line near the 23.
Number 6, Zaire Cobbins on the carry. Number
Cobbins.
5, Jordan Scipio with the tackle for the Irish.
Strong carry. Musa Kamara coming in for the tackle.
Correction, number 9, Musa Kamara in on the tackle for the Irish.
You got the penalty yards back for him. That's about it.
Down marker showing 4th down, but it's not. It's second. There we go. They got it right down there. 2nd down and 8 to go. Under 1 minute remaining here in the first half. The Irish on top, 28-14. Split receiver set with a back to the left to Saka. Saka takes the snap, bootleg, left side, looking, still looking, firing across his body, batted out of the air by Andy Zigbo and incomplete. Great coverage by the secondary for the Irish.
Pass incomplete.
I'll tell you one thing, it's been a tough go for the majority of teams in Mercer County, and now for Delran to pass the ball effectively against the Irish. Andy Zigbo and Jordan Scipio, 2 of the best defensive backs you'll find in the area.
You know, that's one of those things, you know, Mike, that secondary practices against the race and this offense every day.
That's tremendous practice.
You know, so, I mean, they're being tested in practice.
Yeah, you're right.
Pretty
It's
good.
a great point, Joe. It's a great point. 3rd down, 7 to go. A long 7 at that. They'll stay in a split receiver set, this time the back to the right of Saka. Saka takes the snap, drops back, looking right, still looking, has pressure in his face, evades a man with his legs. A flag is thrown. He'll take it himself. Crosses the down marker to gain, but this one coming back potentially as a flag near the line of scrimmage, maybe in an eligible man downfield.
Yeah, that'll
For
hold
the
on
Bears.
Delran.
Yeah, it's looking like it's trending in Delran's direction for a penalty against them.
First down.
So it's a first down.
Against the Irish, I guess.
It's a penalty against Notre Dame, yeah.
Penalty against Notre Dame declined by the Bears. First down, Delran.
Didn't see defensive holding. Maybe
No,
there was
I
some
don't know what
illegal
it was.
hands to the face,
Yeah.
or not sure what it might have been. Seems like it could have been defensive holding, though. If it was illegal hands to the face, they might add that on to the run. First down and 10 from their own 35. 2 receivers at the top for Saka, 1 at the bottom. Trickery, flipping it around. Saka letting it go deep right side. It is batted around and caught. Serace pleading the case that one was incomplete. The officials meet and they say it is caught.
Caught by number 35, Vaughn Smedile.
Pass hauled in by Vaughn Smedile. 1st and 10. Final seconds of the first half. 25 and counting. Saka spikes it. Clock stops. 2nd and 10.
Spiked by the Bears. 2nd down with 21 seconds.
And I'll tell you what,
in the second quarter.
one of the crazier plays that we've seen in our coverage this season, trickery. They went sweep to reverse to flea flicker from Saka. Downfield to Smedile. From their own 35 to the Irish 40.
He had a fight to get that ball from the Notre Dame defender.
Peterson was in coverage. It looked like he had a better chance at it based on the traction and the route that he took to the football, but it just somehow split through and found the hands of Smedile. 2nd and 10. Trips left. Saka with pressure from behind. Kilcommons on the chase. Saka reaches the ball forward and he gets hit late. No flag yet, but here it comes. A late flag.
Saka brought down out of bounds.
And an Irish defender slow to get up on the Bear sideline.
If that is a late, that's a big mistake by Notre Dame.
Saka had the first down with his legs, reached the ball out for an extra 1 or 2, and was popped out of bounds late by an Irish defender. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty likely looming here. They'll add 15 to the end of the run for Delran, and this gets even bigger for the Bears, a chance to make it a 1-score game. Chance is growing even greater in their favor. 12 seconds remaining. The clock stops after the penalty. It'll be a first down. 10 to go from the Irish 14-yard line after the run and unsportsmanlike conduct gets assessed. Saka with Cobbins to his right. Split receiver, man in the slot to the bottom of the screen. In the gun, Saka gets the snap. Screen pass, Cobbins has it, cuts back at the 10, inside the 5. He's brought down. And a flag, no flag.
Just move
Ball
the
gets
chains.
flipped in to the official. Timeout taken on the field.
I think that's their last timeout now, Mike.
Final timeout, and there are 2 ticks remaining in the first half. Enough for one final play for Delran. A chance to make this a 7-point affair heading into the halftime locker room. And this, another impressive drive from the Delran offense. The play calling on this drive, you have to take risks against a juggernaut like the Irish of Notre Dame. What they have offensively, trying to keep Serace on the sideline is definitely the goal. And their last couple of drives, Joe O'Gorman, they've done a good job extending plays and taking time off the clock. Their last drive resulting in a missed field goal from about 35 out. This one inside the 10, inside the 5. First and goal, 2 seconds to go.
Saka's been able to ad-lib a little bit, pick up some downs for him. Notre Dame had a horrible penalty, which really brought him right up here.
A lot can be said tonight about Vinny Saka. The Irish sideline trying to get the fans into it. The hooligans making some noise. First and goal, final play of the first half. 2 seconds remaining, and a timeout taken by the Irish. The defense wanting to talk some things over.
This last drive took as much as the first quarter did.
It's neon theme.
Coach Bailey and the defense for Notre Dame wanting to go over some things from a scheme standpoint before the final play of the first half. Back and forth we've gone in this one. The Irish jumped out to an early 2-touchdown lead after they scored on their first drive of the night and then recovered the first turnover of the night on a fumble on the first play from scrimmage for the Bears. And so far, Delran from that point on really up to the task and really not playing scared. You would think a lot of teams that when they come in here and you get down by 2 scores, it could be pretty quick to feel like things might be coming to a quick end, but not for Delran tonight. Final play of the first half, 2 ticks remain.
Interesting call here, Mike.
Back to the left of Saka. Looking left, delayed run. Saka takes off, ball's loose. The Irish with a big stop. Razika the first to get there, Kill Commons as well. And the Irish head to the locker room with a huge burst of momentum. Will Napier down on the sideline, he's fired up. As Kamer Musa comes over and makes a big-time tackle. The Irish take a whole lot of momentum into the halftime locker room as they keep a 14-point advantage on the scoreboard. 28-14 on homecoming for the Irish. We'll take a quick break. The Trentonian halftime show is next. You're watching Friday Night Lights here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Who had to stop?
My name's Dr. Victor Alfieri. I'm the owner here at All Cure Spine and Sports Medicine, where we have 3 convenient locations in New Jersey, in Hamilton, Somerset, and Monroe. Here we offer 3 different services and take a multidisciplinary approach. We offer physical therapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture services. We have 3 different doctors working under one roof, collaborating together in order to customize a treatment plan catered to what your goals are in order to help you improve your pain and function. Instead of driving around to 3 different places or paying 3 different copays, you come to one place where the 3 doctors will be working together to help you manage your pain and improve your function. Please don't hesitate to visit our website at www.allcurespineandsports.com, where you'll see where you can make an appointment or find more information related to what your goals are. Thank you.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honorfree, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play or being on the debate team is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
This is Angelo Honorfree, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, then visit Cade Motor Company at their new bigger location of Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Cade Motor Company is locally owned, and they've been there for over 40 years, and they offer over 50 hand-picked certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. They have all makes and models, all personally inspected by the owners. You can provide your own financing, or Cade Motor Company can assist you to make your car buying experience seamless. No exorbitant add-ons, just a good, clean vehicle at a very fair price. That's why Cade Motor Company has been in business for 40 years. Minutes from the Quaker Bridge Mall off Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Or visit CadeMotorCompany.com. That's CadeMotorCompany.com. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good! Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is the choice for your next vehicle purchase or service this season. With new Toyota models available for immediate delivery and over 100 certified used and pre-owned vehicles for any budget, plus service specials to keep you on the road to victory. Shop or schedule online at teamtoyota.net or choose one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton. Are you part of the team?
Escorted by her sister Felicia. Kira is a Shades co-president, a member of peer leadership, and a student ambassador. She's also a varsity cheerleader, a member of French Club, and a student government representative. Kira's favorite ND memory was going to the Cure Arena last year to cheer for MCTs. Chase Burrows. Chase is escorted by his mom and dad. Dad and brother Pat. Katie is the captain of the cross-country team, treasurer of the National Honor Society, a leader of the Catholic Athletes for Christ, a peer leader, a student ambassador, a member of ND Cares, and in the Environmental Club. Katie's favorite memory was winning the Powder Puff game last year with some of her closest friends. John Merloose. John is escorted by his parents. John plays varsity basketball, snowboards, and is involved with Joey's Little Angels community service project. John's favorite memory was when he was a sophomore and the Notre Dame men's basketball team made 2 huge upsets in the MCTs, which was against Pennington and Robbinsville. He got to experience his first ever time in the arena as a player. Sunsaray Joseph. Sunsaray is escorted by her mom. Sunsaray is the co-president of the Shades Club, on the peer leader executive board, and an NDTV anchor, a varsity cheerleader, an active community service leader, as well as a student ambassador. Sunsaray's favorite memory was shooting the Christmas video for the 2022-2023 school year, participating for the Shades and cheer, as well as teaching last year's boy stunts for the winter pep rally. Alex Rivera! Alex is escorted by his parents. Alex plays varsity football and varsity lacrosse. He is a head hooligan, a Catholic Athletes for Christ leader, and a member of the fishing club. Alex's favorite memory is meeting Jack Beecham. Emma Marchese. Emma is escorted by her mom, dad, and brother Jack. Emma plays varsity softball, is the vice president of student government, a National Honor Society member, and a CAC leader. Emma's favorite memory is the CAC polar plunge. Last but not least, Clifford Russell. Cliff is escorted by his mom. Cliff is an NDTV anchor, head editor for the morning announcements, runs cross country, is a member of the winter and spring track, is in the photography club, ping pong club, esports club, and chess club, and is the official door holder of Notre Dame. Cliff's favorite memory occurred during her sophomore year when everyone was able to take his or her mask off after COVID subsided and was able to socialize more instead of being in different cohorts. Overall, this made him more outgoing and helped him to try and get to know everyone better in the Notre Dame community. He is glad to say he majorly improved in that regard. He hopes to leave an everlasting positive example to everyone. Thank you, Mrs. Martinez, for crowning the King and Queen tonight. It is pleased to present the class of 2024 King and Queen of Homecoming. The class of 2024 Homecoming Queen is Emma Marchese. The class of 2024 Homecoming King is Clifford Russell. Notre Dame Open House is October 26th from 7 to 9 p.m. All 8th grade students and families are welcome. Visit the Notre Dame website, visit us page to register, and learn more about our Irish for a Day program and application deadlines. Come experience the visit of Notre Dame. The Notre Dame Pink Out game is next Friday, October 20th. We are celebrating the 15th anniversary of ND Pink Out events. Get in the pink and join us to support the very important event. Thank you, Notre Dame. The Notre Dame Leprechaun Shop is open to the right. Buy your merch, represent Notre Dame. Go Irish!
there really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is the choice for your next vehicle purchase or service this season, with new Toyota models available for immediate delivery and over 100 certified used and pre-owned vehicles for any budget, plus service specials to keep you on the road to victory. Shop or schedule online at teamtoyota.net or choose one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton. Are you part of the team?
My name's Dr. Victor Alfieri. I'm the owner here at All Cure Spine and Sports Medicine, where we have 3 convenient locations in New Jersey, in Hamilton, Somerset, and Monroe. Here we offer 3 different services and take a multidisciplinary approach. We offer physical therapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture services. We have 3 different doctors working under one roof, collaborating together in order to customize a treatment plan catered to what your goals are in order to help you improve your pain and function. Instead of driving around to 3 different places or paying 3 different copays, you come to one place where the 3 doctors will be working together to help you manage your pain and improve your function. Please don't hesitate to visit our website at www.allcurespineandsports.com, where you'll see where you can make an appointment or find more information related to what your goals are. Thank you.
Hi, this is Mercer County Prosecutor Angelo Honor-Free, and I hope you're enjoying today's game. I'd like to commend today's students for participating in today's event. Being a part of extracurricular activities, whether it's an athletic event, marching in the band, or performing in the school play, or being on the debate team, is good for today's youth. And parents, stay involved in your children's activities and encourage them. An involved parent nurtures your children to accomplish great things. I'm proud to support the youth of Mercer County. This is Angelo Honor-Free, your Mercer County Prosecutor, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
This is Angelo Honor-Free, your Mercer County Prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, then visit Cade Motor Company at their new bigger location off Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Cade Motor Company is locally owned, and they've been there for over 40 years, and they offer over 50 hand-picked certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. They have all makes and models, all personally inspected by the owners. You can provide your own financing, or Cade Motor Company can assist you to make your car buying experience seamless. No exorbitant add-ons, just a good, clean vehicle at a very fair price. That's why Cade Motor Company has been in business for 40 years. Minutes from the Quaker Bridge Mall off Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Or visit CadeMotorCompany.com. That's CadeMotorCompany.com. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good! Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
At Nolan Field, here from Notre Dame High School on homecoming night. It's Delran, the 7-0 Irish, 2 quarters away from improving to 8-0 on the season, and Joe O'Gorman, an impressive first half from A.J. Sarace. He accounted for all 4 of the touchdowns that the Irish scored, 3 through the air and 1 with his legs on the ground. Impressive stuff from the future Rutgers Scarlet Knight.
Yeah, Mike, he's got like almost 80 yards rushing, and he's thrown, like you said, for 3 touchdown passes. And he's done everything that, you could expect of him.
Right.
And, he's even played a little bit of defense. So he's been totally all-purpose tonight. The only issue Notre Dame has is trying to slow down Zaire Cobbins for Delran, who has over 100 yards in the first half.
Cobbins ran wild in that first half, as you just alluded to. But one thing that definitely needs to be mentioned during that first half, to cap off that first half, was the stop inside the red zone from the Notre Dame defense, stuffing Vinny Sacca at the 2-yard line. It was a whole lot of Carolina blue hats around that football, and they stood up big on homecoming and took a 2-touchdown lead into the half. So much emotion on that final play. Sean Clancy, who's a pretty cool and calm demeanor individual, sprinted, led the sprints off the field for his team into the locker room, and it was so just emphatic, so energetic that Delran was excited. They wanted to run off into the locker room as well. The refs had to get in between the 2 teams. Not that there was anything malicious, but so much excitement on the final play. Both teams wanting to get to the locker room as quick as possible and right their wrongs or build off of the momentum that they established in the Irish case. Now we'll see Delran get the ball to start the second half as they deferred on the opening kickoff, on the opening coin toss.
That was definitely a big defensive stand.
Huge.
For Notre Dame down the end. Because don't forget, Delran was driving up and down the field, and they were chewing up yards.
Right.
Looked like they were going to score.
That is the difference between a 1-possession game and possession to start for Delran into the second half versus having to overcome a 2-score deficit to start the second half of play. Much different storylines when you talk about that stop. If it were to happen or if it were not to, the Irish able to find one, and a big one at that. We'll see if they'll be able to carry over that first half momentum as they capped off the first half with a big goal line stop. We'll see the Notre Dame defense to start half number 2. As we mentioned, the Bears deferred the opening coin toss. Kevin Scarborough has the tee and the football, jogs out towards the 40. He's about set to get things going here in half number 2.
Let me ask you a question, Mike. You remember when you were playing?
Sure.
The days like homecoming and longer time in the locker room bother you when you came out for the second half?
That was something that, honestly, Coach Moore and Coach McKenna did a tremendous job of, and I know Coach Clancy as well, getting us ready in the days before at practice, knowing that this was going to be an elongated halftime. Similar to what pros have to do as the Irish try to do their own onside kick. No one gets the football. It's picked up by the Bears, and Zigblo with a big hit at the 35-yard line, turning garbage into near gold for the Bears as nobody fell on the football. Matt Virek falling on that one and, well, really not falling on it, picking it up and gaining some positive yards. First down and 10 from the Notre Dame 35.
Notre Dame never got the ball off. They never kicked it.
Scarborough, it got caught up with his foot, and none of the Irish wanted to pick it up and take the penalty. They left it there. Delran able to pick it up, and ran they did with the football into Notre Dame territory. First and 10. Looks like Cobbins to the left of Saka, man in motion. They'll fake it with the sweep and give it on the right side on the ground. A huge tackle right around the line of scrimmage from Gabe Winowich to bottle up Cobbins. 2nd and 8 to go for the Bears.
I guess Clancy was saying, if you can do it, we can do it. Just didn't work.
Right. Trying to take a page out of the Bears special teams playbook. Were the Irish that time around, not successful on the onside kick attempt. 2nd down and 8 to go. Razika and Bailey, the two linebackers. Renda on the edge showing blitz. In the pistol formation is Saka. Man in motion, that's Kingsmore. They'll give it to Cobbins, right side with a seam. Splits a defender, still on his feet, reaches the ball out towards the 15, and they'll spot him just around the 15-yard line. Enough to move the sticks. Racking up more yardage and yards after contact. The slippery Zaire Cobbins continues his impressive night.
He does find his way through there, and he gets that burst of speed once he gets past the line.
1st and 10 for the Bears. Ball spotted on the Notre Dame 16-yard line. Receiver at the bottom of the screen, that's Matt Avery. 2 at the top. Shane Kingsmore in motion. They fake the sweep. They'll give it left side. Cobbins up the middle, still on his feet, lowers the shoulders, spinning around, down around the 1-yard line, and spun down by Drew Peterson. As Zaire Cobbins a bit hobbly after that rushing attempt. But what another impressive run from Cobbins, as he's going to need a breather after that one.
It's hard to believe he's only averaging 50 yards a game.
It's hard to believe
he's run tonight.
It's hard to believe he's only 5'9", 155 pounds with how he's run the football. Looks like a tush-push formation for the Bears. Saka under center, looking for a push from behind, lunging for the goal line. No signal. He's short.
Yeah.
Forward progress keeps him right at the goal line.
2nd down.
2nd and goal for the Bears. Quick huddle here. Saka breaks it, same formation. Back up the middle he goes, lunging in. Is he in? Does he have it? He does.
Touchdown number 9, Vinny Saka.
Vinny Saka from a yard out as they take a page out of the Philadelphia Eagles playbook. A little tush push from about a yard away, and the Bears an extra point away from making this a 7-point contest yet again.
I don't think that's the start Notre Dame had hoped for.
A great drive to start the second half for the Bears. And again, that first half stop at the goal line for the Irish. Huge when you talk about the drive that the Bears just pulled off. And it looks like they're going to go for 2. Saka in the shotgun. Cobbins back in. He's to the left. Split receiver set. Slot man, that's Nick Peen. At the bottom of the screen, he comes in motion. They'll sweep it. No, Saka keeps up the middle. He's in for 2.
2-point conversion good by number 9, Vinny Saka.
28-22 with 10:02 remaining in quarter number 3. And don't look now, but the Delran Bears doing everything in their power to play spoiler here on homecoming for the Irish.
That's a big play as this game continues, Mike, because if it gets down to the end and they have the ball last, all they got to do is kick it at the extra point, and that's going to be a big difference at 1 point.
If you're the Irish, and I get you turn things over to your offense, you've been successful on every drive to this point, but from a defensive standpoint, how do you stop the Bears and give yourself a little bit of breathing room?
No, you got to find a way to stop that running game. Between the quarterback draw by Saka, which has been successful, like we said, Cobbins, he's probably now over 150 yards.
The sophomore quarterback, Vinny Saka, looking like that the Delran Bears have just a bright future ahead of them with him leading the offense. I mean,
Vinny's father's John Saka. John followed his brother Tony to Penn State, and then John, after Penn State, played a couple years at Western Kentucky as a quarterback. So it's a quarterback family. Tony, as you know, played at Penn State, then got drafted by the Cardinals, played a couple years with the Cardinals.
Rush onside kick, recovered by the Irish, as they had that one measured properly.
Covered by the Irish.
We've had enough onside kicks to last a year.
Whole lot of trickery in the special teams facet of the game tonight. Alexander Villarelli
with the recovery.
on the recovery rather. First down and 10 for Notre Dame. Ball spotted on their own 49-yard line. Here comes Serace in the offense. Breaking the huddle pretty quickly. Kilcommons, the tight end, he split out wide on the bottom of the screen. Tyreek Bryant in the slot, bunched up behind him. Quinn at the very bottom. Stefanisco at the top. Winovich to the left of Serace. They'll feed Gabe, right side, huge hole, green grass in front. No one's gonna catch Gabe Winovich. It's a touchdown. Gabe Winovich from 51 yards out finds the end zone, no flags. Well, we talked about it earlier. Joe O'Gorman, he has a big hitter per game. There it was.
The line opened up a hole you and I could have run through. Would have taken us a little longer.
No, it would have taken us a lot longer.
But we could have run through it.
Gabe Winovich with the big hitter on the ground, 51 yards out. And the future backfield of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights football program making their presence felt here at Nolan Field tonight for the Irish of Notre Dame. The Irish going for two this time. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Winovich to the left of Serace. AJ looking left, firing. It is caught. Is that Pelzer? It is. Max Pelzer hauls that one in for two.
Catch by number 24, Max
34-22. 36-22. 9:51 to go here in quarter number 3. What a response from A.J. Serace in the offense.
These two coaches are playing chess. Whatever you do, I do. I can do it better.
Back and forth they go. A couple of offensive masterminds on display tonight. As Joe O'Gorman just alluded to, it's been fun to watch. An old school shootout here on Friday Night Light coverage on the WBCB Sports Network. It doesn't get much better than this.
Let's just say the first to 50 wins, all right?
Sounds about right the way this one's headed. 36-22 the score. Irish kickoff looming here. Looks like Swiatek will kick this one away. Scarborough getting a breather. Swiatek, the power leg. Although I will say that Scarborough's got a very powerful leg himself. It just seems like the ball on Swiatek's foot comes off just a little sharper and a little bit tougher to read off the bounce sometimes, as he tends to boot some low-line drives. And a late removal for the Irish as they had one too many on the kickoff coverage squad. Swiatek.
They need a rest after that 12-second drive.
Swiatek boots this one deep down the middle of the field. It'll bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Just what the Irish ordered.
Delran will start with that, the 25-yard.
And a little bit of extracurriculars at the end of that one. Between the Bears and the Irish, looked like Anthony Marino and Alexander Gutierrez getting tangled up. Nonetheless, first down, 10 to go from their own 20-yard line following the touchback off the foot of Swiatek. 9:51 still on the clock. 36-22 Irish lead. A late addition to the defensive line. Late substitution for the Irish. Graydon Story. Or, excuse me, that's Ethan Hellier, not Graydon Stoy. Hellier comes in. He's at the nose. Looks like the Irish are bringing 4. Winowich on the far side of the field. Play action. Saka letting it go down the middle. It is complete. Caught, hauled in, and swung out of bounds. Musa Kamara swings him out.
Pass complete. Number 9, Vinny Saka to number 16, TJ Howley.
And a big hitter on the play action pass. Complete. Down the field, Saka letting it go. A wobbly pass. Found a wide open TJ Howley. That'll move the sticks. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line in Notre Dame territory.
Nobody's going to back down tonight.
It's a dogfight.
All hands on deck.
It is a dogfight. Split receiver set. Cobbins to the left of Saka. Man in motion. They'll sweep it. No, Saka keeps, and Gabe Winowich meets him in the backfield. It's a 1-yard loss.
Saka with a 1-yard loss.
Winowich with a big-time tackle for a loss. 2nd and 11. They faked the sweep to Nick Peen. He came in motion out of the slot.
That time they didn't fool anybody.
No, they did not. Peen heads over to the sideline. Sub comes in for him. Saka comes back to the huddle with the play. 2nd and 11, under 9 minutes to go here in quarter number 3, with the Irish on top by 14. Looks like Drew Peterson, the safety for the Irish this time around, giving Michael Quinn a breather. Musa Kamara back there as well. In the gun, Saka, play action, looking left, lets it go, incomplete. Handsy defense from Andy Zigbo. Looked like he had a hand on the back of the intended Liam Kennedy. Falls incomplete, flags remain in the holsters of the officials. 3rd and 11.
That ball was wide of the receiver. Didn't even have a chance to get it. Now you got a big 3rd down for the Irish defense to step up here.
3rd down and 11 to go. The fans getting into it here from Nolan Field. A big-time stop opportunity for the Irish. Split receiver set for Saka. He comes out of the gun. Cobbins to his right. Irish showing blitz. Saka takes the snap, wants to throw, but this play is called dead.
Flag on the play.
We'll see who the flag is against.
False start.
It's a false start against Delran, and that's going to set him back 5 yards.
Down.
3rd and 16 looming for the Bears of Delran High School. So with 3rd and longer ahead for Vinny Saka. We've seen them convert on 3rd and long tonight. We've seen them hit for big plays, both trick plays and play action. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 at the top. A back to the right of Saka in the gun, man in motion. Ooh. Kingsmore, here comes Beecham on the pressure, screen pass, complete. Making a man miss and brought down by Will Renda right around the 50-yard line. That's Nick Peen.
Brought down by number 42, Will Renda.
That's going to bring up 4th down and a short 1 to go, and it looks like the punt team is going to come on here for Delran.
Punt team out for the Delran Bears.
The ball in Notre Dame territory, not something you see all the time, but a potential fake punt maybe.
They got 11 yards to go. That's a tough on 4th down.
4th and 11. Long to go. Back to punt is Brandon Wynn. Back to receive for Notre Dame, Tyreek Bryant. Good snap. Winowich on the pressure. Good punt. Takes a bounce right around the Notre Dame 20. Bryant trying to get out of the way of that. He does. It's spotted down at the 15-yard line. And that's where A.J. Sarace and the Notre Dame offense will set up shop. 6:52 in the third quarter.
First punt of the night there.
Yeah, first punt of the night. And in this high-scoring affair, can't say it's all that surprising.
No, Notre Dame puts up points.
that they do.
They haven't reached their average yet.
They're still over 42 a game. I believe it's at 46 or 47 a game.
It's up there. Let me see it.
First down and 10 for the Irish. They'll go trips to the top of the screen. Sarace takes the snap. Play action. It's Bryant. Caught it behind the line of scrimmage, and he's tripped up for a loss of 1. Flying into the backfield and making the stop in the secondary. Looked like that was Brady Bowman. Bowman, the outside linebacker, comes up with a big tackle for a loss. First and 11 for the Irish. Sarace looking over to the sideline, getting the signals. They'll go trips to the bottom of the screen. Stefanisco at the top. Scipio the back to the left of Sarace in the shotgun, takes the snap. Looking left, wants to throw, does. Complete, over the middle, Tyreek Bryant going back shoulder was Sarace to Bryant down the seam. Pass complete and marked down at the 35 as the Irish move the sticks. Big hitter over the seam from Sarace to Bryant. It's a first down and the ball spotted at the Notre Dame 37. Irish going quick. Bryant lined up behind Kilcommon. Screen pass. Bryant makes a man miss. Looking for the sideline, turning it up and tackled a couple yards short of the sticks.
Number 23, Tyreek Bryant for 6 yards.
Bryant did all that himself.
A big time gain brings up second and short. Second and about 3 to go. Winowich comes into the game. Magliazzo in as well. He's the receiver at the top of the screen. Quinn and Stefanisco at the bottom. Option run. This is Winowich. Churning forward and getting the yard to gain by a couple. Tackled at the 50. Winowich moves the sticks. It's another Irish first down as they continue to chew time off the clock. 5:47 and ticking here in the third quarter.
Think they'll keep it on the ground most of this quarter?
They might. Sarace, read option, throws it backwards to Stefanisco. Stefanisco with a block. He's across the 35, down near the 30 as he's stuck by a couple of Bears. In on the stop was Aaron Smith, but it's well enough for another first down, and a flag comes in. Sarace clearly threw that ball backwards. And they're saying I'm not sure what they're saying. Sarace and Winowich both pleading their case that was a legal pass. Didn't look like he was all the way past the line of scrimmage, and they are going to pick up that flag. The game will stand.
Play waved off. Play results in a Notre Dame first down.
Irish first down, ball spotted at the 32, deep in Delran territory, looking for another red zone trip is A.J. Sarace in the Irish offense. Winowich to the right, split receiver set. Pelzer and Magliazzo, the receivers at the bottom of the screen. Stefanisco and Quinn at the top. We'll drag it out. Winowich carrying Bears, still moving his feet, and finally pushed out of bounds. He's a tough man to bring down, Joe O'Gorman.
Yes, he is.
Winowich with a strong run.
He carried 2 or 3 with him.
First and 10 for the Irish. Winowich hits the weight room.
First correction. Second down. A little excited though.
Pick up gain of 8. Now gain of 9.
Confusion down on the sidelines. The chain gang looked like they wanted to. It is a first and 10. Now they'll wait for them to get reestablished, but originally it looked like the far official was marking for second and inches. A lot of confusion down on the field tonight.
Too much.
Scipio to the right of Sarace, looking to throw left side, firing, complete. This is Magliazzo being swung out of bounds. Down near the 10, marked officially at the 12. Give him a gain of about 10.
Another first down.
Another first and 10. Just outside goal-to-go territory from the 12-yard line. Sarace gets the snap, reads the edge, slips the defender, throws it back, complete. Stefanisco, he's in! The third time tonight. A.J. Sarace to Tyler Stefanisco.
Tyler Stefanisco
It's been the A.J. Surace Show here on Homecoming. There's nothing this kid can't do.
That's 4 touchdowns through the air for him today.
Scarborough on for the extra point. His kick is up, and it splits the upright.
Good by number 17.
5:07 to go here in the third quarter, and the Irish have their largest lead of the night at 21. It's 43 to 22. All Notre Dame in this one. All A.J. Surace in this one. Tyler Stefanisco making a case for Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game honors. His third touchdown reception of the night, Joe O'Gorman.
He's been very good tonight. And, he made a nice play there because he kind of just ad-libbed and threw it out to Stefanisco, who was all alone out there on the right flank.
Coming up on November 1st, brought to you by the 12th Man Touchdown Club of Mercer County. It's the Unsung Heroes being honored at Massimo's Restaurant at 1035 Washington Boulevard in Robbinsville, New Jersey. On November 1st, the Touchdown Club is proud to salute those players whose efforts go unnoticed, but are the backbone of a program. The TD Club will pay for 2 players per school at Massimo's Restaurant, 1035 Washington Boulevard in Robbinsville, New Jersey. The event starts at 7 o'clock. Andy Zigbo with a big stick inside the 20-yard line as he helps the Irish defense flipping the field.
Andy Zigbo for the Irish.
And it's been tough of late for TJ Halley to break off returns.
Ladies and gentlemen, please check your pockets. If you have lost AirPods, we have them in the broadcast booth. They were found under the bleachers. Please come to the broadcast booth.
First and 10 for the Bears, trailing by their largest deficit at 21. 5:01 to go in the third quarter.
Seems like that burst by Winovich kind of set the tempo for the whole Notre Dame offense.
A running back who gets stronger as the game unfolds, that is Gabe Winovich.
The defense come out and made a nice stop. Now can they do it again?
Saka with a back to his left. It looks like Cobbins. It is. They'll feed Cobbins. Right side and not much room to work. Commons and Rozika combining for the stop. Bailey gets his nose in on the action as well, as will Napier. 2nd and 9, a modest gain of 1.
That hole closed up pretty quick that time, Mike.
First time tonight, the Irish have really been able to keep Zaire Cobbins modest on a ground attack, and great execution and great contain from the front 7 of this Irish defense. A name that we haven't called all that often tonight in this one has been Will Renda.
Right.
But Renda still been around the football tonight, slipping a tackle and bouncing it out to the right side. That's Nick Peen. He crosses the first down marker right around the 30-yard line.
Very good for a Delran first down.
It's almost like you can't even see them sneak through that line. Their running backs are so short, but they get through there. First and 10 now.
First and 10 from the from the Delran 30, excuse me. And it looks like Peen was a little bit hobbly getting over to the sideline, reaching down at his right leg. Saka breaks the huddle. They'll go I formation. He's under center. Tight end at the top is Smadial. Scipio in press coverage at the bottom of the screen. This is Cobbins on the ground, slips a defender. Here's Renda. He gets his name called on a big-time tackle, but it'll be a gain of 11 and a first down as Zaire Cobbins continues to carve up this defense of the Irish tonight.
Young man's having a career day.
Inching closer and closer now to 200 yards rushing. Runs of 15 and 20 yards a piece tonight have been a common theme for Cobbins.
Yeah.
Common for Cobbins.
Yeah.
Under 4 minutes, approaching the 3-minute mark. 3:15 and counting here in the third quarter. Pistol formation, Cobbins behind Saka. Peen in motion. They'll go back to Cobbins, left side. Bailey gets his nose in there. Stoy as well. Beecham helping out, and a gain of 4. 3, excuse me, 2nd and 7. .240 and counting here in the third quarter. The Bears trying to do what they've done all night long, eat some clock and get some points, but down 21, you have to think that a little bit more of a sense of urgency would help them in terms of
their clock's not their friend.
Right, yeah, you got
their friend right now.
You got to salvage the clock as much as you can. 2 receivers at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Renda in coverage at linebacker for the Irish. They fake the bootleg left. They'll give it right. Cobbins stuck around the line of scrimmage. Gabe Winovich in on the stop. About 2 on the carry still for Cobbins. Third down and a long 4 yards to go. Make it 5.
46-yard line, so they got to get. Yep, they got to go to the 49.
A big third down looming here for the Bears. Saka under center in the I formation, a receiver to either side of him. 3rd and 5. Irish showing blitz. Saka with a hard count. The Irish stay put. Saka takes the snap. They'll go Cobbins up the middle. He's short. Got to think maybe 4 down territory. Napier and Kilcommons along with Winovich combining for the stop. It's 4th and 5. Make it a long 4. Fourth down.
I think they have to punt here, Mike. I don't know if you can give Notre Dame the ball this short of the field.
Joe, they're keeping the offense on the field.
Wow.
Biggest play of the night for the Bears. 4th down and 4 to go from their own 46. Saka takes the snap, boots right, cuts it back left, looking for space. He's got room back to the left side. Trying to find room. He has the first down to gain by a couple of yards. Forward progress is going to spot him at the 46 in Notre Dame territory. Another designed quarterback run. That one more of an option. Had a couple of eligible receivers downfield. They were just covered, but another big-time 4th down where Vinny Saka uses his legs to extend the drive. 1st and 10 Bears from the Irish 46.
Yeah, that was all Saka just getting to the left side of the field that was wide open.
Final seconds ticking off here in the third. We'll see if they want to get the snap off. Saka does. Final seconds. This will be the last play. Bootleg right, firing, complete. Over the middle, down around the 35-yard line is Liam Kennedy, the senior wideout with a big-time catch. Gain of 11, and it's another first down as we will head to quarter number 4. The Irish on top through 3 quarters of play, 43-22, 1 quarter away from a homecoming victory and improving to 8-0 on the season. We'll see if they can get the job done on the other side of this timeout. You're watching Friday Night Lights between the Irish of Notre Dame and the Bears of Delran High School here on the WBCB Sports Network.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Saka. The pass is incomplete.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, Joe. Having himself a game, Musa Kamara, the sophomore defensive back,
by number 9,
he was
Musa
on the
Kamara.
pass defense that time, and he had that one tracked down. He almost ran the route for the Bears receiver.
Yeah, he's been pretty good as far as disrupting what they want to do from the air.
Second down, 10 to go from the Notre Dame 35-yard line. Colder and colder it gets. The first real fall night of the season. A chilly October evening. Homecoming for the Irish. 2nd and 10. Split receiver set. They'll give it to Cobbins right side. He has space, but he's swung down. Razika with a big-time stop. As it looked like a whole bunch of green turf in front of Cobbins, but Razika held the hole, poses for a second with Gabe Winowich. 3rd down and a long 9 to go for the Bears.
That's what you want from your leaders. Razika is one of your captains. This is their quarter.
As we approach the 11-minute mark here from Notre Dame High School. 3rd down, 8 to go. Saka from the pistol, Cobbins behind him. Peen in the slot at the top. He's in motion. Met in the backfield by Gabe Winowich. Cobbins with nowhere to go. Coming off the edge like a speeding locomotive was Gabe Winowich as he blows that play up. It's 4th and 11. A loss of 3 on the play, and Winowich with arguably the biggest defensive play of the night.
He was there before the ball was snapped, I think, almost. He went right off the snap, and he was right there.
4th down, 11 yards to go, and a timeout taken by the officials, I believe, down on the field. It looked like it was an official timeout. They blew the whistle, and the lead official touched their chest a number of times, which, to my knowledge, was their own timeout. But keeping on trend for the night, the confusion continues. 4th and 11 for the Bears. Press coverage from the Irish. Saka drops back, lets it fly, left side, complete! Being swung down by Andy Zigbo and converting on 4th and 11, T.J. Howley.
4th down conversion by the Bears. Number 9.
Injured defender down. It looks like it's Andy Zigbo.
First down, injury timeout.
Both of them were up battling for that ball.
What a 4th down conversion. A back foot throw from the sophomore, Vinny Saka, completed down the seam on the left side to T.J. Howley.
I was kind of like Saka just lofted that ball in the area.
Howley, the freshman. Correction, Jaden Alford is wearing number 16 tonight, not T.J. Howley. Special shout out to the Delran coach who just shouted that down to us from atop the press box. Just as quickly as I said his name, I forgot it already. We'll take a quick timeout, injury timeout down on the field. We'll get resituated up here in the booth and let you hear from some of our sponsors. Irish on top, 43-22, 10-15 remaining in this one here from Notre Dame High School. You're watching Friday Night Lights on the WBCB Sports Network.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, then visit Cade Motor Company at their new bigger location off Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Cade Motor Company is locally owned, and they've been there for over 40 years, and they offer over 50 hand-picked certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. They have all makes and models, all personally inspected by the owners. You can provide your own financing or Cade Motor Company can assist you to make your car buying experience seamless. No exorbitant add-ons, just a good, clean vehicle at a very fair price. That's why Cade Motor Company has been in business for 40 years. Minutes from the Quaker Bridge Mall off Route 1 in Lawrenceville. Or visit CadeMotorCompany.com. That's CadeMotorCompany.com. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Andy Zigbo makes his way over to the sideline and towards the medical table. He'll get attended to. From the 8-yard line, and a flag before this one can get underway. It looks like it's encroachment against the Irish. Half the distance to the goal. Inside the 10. Ball around the 8-yard line, closer to the 7. And half the distance to the goal will put them right around the 3 and 4 yard line.
Encroachment on the Irish.
First down. Ball spotted at the 4. They'll go Cobbins, and he's met again. Winowich off the edge with a huge tackle for a loss. Back to the 5-yard line goes Cobbins and the offense for the Bears.
Winowich has got that play down pretty good.
Talked to him a couple of weeks ago after his impressive debut, 170 yards, a touchdown, a sack, and a couple tackles for a loss. He said flat out he just loves to play defense, and if they're going to let him wreak some havoc, he's going to take advantage of it. He's done just that. From the pistol goes Saka. Cobbins behind him. 2 receivers to the top and bottom, split set. Slot in motion. Saka looking, quick hitter over the middle, batted down. Connor Rozika got a mitt on that football. Pass falls incomplete.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's third
down and goal for the Bears.
Irish defense keeps toughening down here. Another big play.
Clock stopped at 9:16. A huge 3rd down and goal looming. 4-down territory here for the Bears as they trail by 21 here in the 4th quarter. Saka, 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 at the top. Cobbins to his right in the gun. Man in motion. Bootleg right side. Saka wants to throw back across the end zone. Picked off! Coming up with the interception.
Picked off by the Irish. Number 50.
Connor Rozika,
With the interception.
the linebacker, the senior, with a huge play to keep momentum in Notre Dame's favor. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. What a play from the senior MLB. He's fired up on the sideline.
Great job by Rozika getting in there because it looked like it was open.
Alumni Brendan Bucher down on the sideline. He's there to meet Rozika with a huge chest bump. Here on homecoming, the alumni showing out in full force.
Brendan's down at Monmouth, right?
Yes, he is. Serace from the gun. Pelzer in motion. They'll sweep it left side. Right side, pardon me. Scipio fighting forward, about 3 on the carry. 2nd and 7.
Brought down.
Not much left here for the Irish to do. Another successful drive will essentially
lock this one
up, and they're definitely looking to chew up some clock on this drive here. As we approach the 8-minute mark, 8:40 and counting. Serace takes the snap, looking right, quick hitter, complete. Magliazzo near the 30, across the 35, down near the 40. Big time tackle on the stick that time, Matt Vierick. First down, moves the chains. Magliazzo, the multi-sport athlete, the shortstop for the baseball team and the punter and wideout for the football team. The senior moves the sticks. 1st and 10, split receiver set. They'll go Scipio up the middle. He's fighting for extra yardage, but not much room that time as
Jordan Scipio on the carry back to the line.
interior lineman in on the stop, Colin Moore, the senior D end.
Irish want to keep the clock moving.
Gets in for the stop. Split receiver set, Serace. One-step drop, fires over the middle, deflected, intended for Pelzer. Great pass coverage by Brady Bowman. Bowman
by number 15, Brady Bowman.
got a hand on that one and might have saved 6 as Pelzer was streaking down the seam.
Yeah, he had beat the defender.
Throw
He
was just a
makes that
little bit
catch.
behind.
Yep.
Luckily for the Bears, it boded positively for Brady Bowman and the defensive backs. This is 3rd and 10. Trips at the top. Serace looking left. Still looking left. Pressure in his face. He's going to use his legs. He'll take off. Has the first down and more. Reaches across the 45. It's a first down and then some, and a late flag comes in right at the 45-yard line. And this one might be against the Irish. A late hold potentially. He did have the yard to gain, so this should still be a first down, but it'll be 1st and long as the holding penalty came right around the 44, near the 45 or 46 and 44-yard line. Ball will be placed at the Notre Dame 45. And I guess they're going to keep it 3rd down. 3rd and 4. I thought because he got the first down.
Yeah, I thought so too.
That the holding would just make it 1st and 4 or 1st and.
Because the penalty came after the run.
Right. It's been a crazy night down on the field from an officiating standpoint. Screen pass to Winowich. Sheds a tackler across the 40, down around the 35, inside the 35 is Winowich. Looked like he had negative yards as he was held up in the backfield, but Winowich slipping a tackler.
Something he right out of there.
He is just so good at making guys miss and shoving guys off of him. 1st and 10 for the Irish. And a timeout down on the field, 7:52 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Timeout on the field.
Just when you think you've had either one of the running backs bottled up tonight, they found a way to net positive yards and move the sticks. Homecoming tonight for the Irish as they find themselves 7:52 away from their 8th consecutive victory to start their 2023-24 season. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. If you're a complete local and national news, 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County, 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. 1st down and 10 to go for the Irish.
1st and 10 from the Bears 33.
Back to either side of Serace. Quinn and Stefanisco, the receivers at the bottom. Pelzer at the top. They'll draw it out. Keeping it is Serace. He faked it to Bryant. Falls forward for a modest gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
Carry brought down by number 50.
That'll get the clock back in motion. About 7:35 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Same formation for the Irish. They just flip the receivers to the other side. Play action screen. Here's Bryant trying to make something happen out of the backfield, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage.
There was nothing there, Mike.
Nothing at all, Joe, and a big-time stop combining for the tackle for Delran. It looked like that was number 55, Declan Williams.
There's 2 Delran defenders out there. So
yeah, and Brady Bowman again getting involved in the secondary tackling tonight. 3rd and a long 7 for the Irish. Quinn and Stefanisco at the bottom, still a back to either side of Surace, and palms pointing upward to the sky as they seem a bit confused with the play call. Surace gets the signal, and just as I say that, Sean Clancy takes a timeout.
Confusion again.
So with 3rd and 7 looming, Irish coach Sean Clancy wants to talk some things over before the big 3rd down opportunity. A chance for the Irish to keep the drive alive, eat some more clock. 6:39 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Can't forget about the Italian People's Bakery, Joe. Proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. You can visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. For the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries, have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936.
Some of the best bread around, Mike.
Can't beat it. Bryant in motion to the right side. They'll give it to Winowich, dancing around and tripped up by his own man short of the yard to gain. Seemed like Winowich had options. He had the sideline, wanted to cut it back to the middle, and as he did that, was tripped up by a foot of his own teammate. 4th and a long 1, almost 2 to go. Irish are going for it, no shocker here. 6:15 and counting, Bryant in motion. They'll fake it, Surace lunging forward, he's got the 1st down and a little bit more.
On the carry, good for a 4th down conversion, and
that'll move the sticks. It's another Irish 1st down as they'll get to take a couple more minutes off the play clock. Sticking with the same formation are the Irish. Stefanisco and Quinn at the bottom, Bryant to the left of Surace, Winowich to the right, Bryant in motion. Looking right for Bryant, now letting it go for the end zone. It's Quinn, it's caught, it's a touchdown!
Irish!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns for A.J. Surace through the air. 2 for Quinn, 3 for Stefanisco. And the dominant night continues for the future Rutgers Scarlet Knight quarterback in A.J. Surace as he flashes the Money Manziel dollar signs towards the sideline after that one. Ballin' is A.J. Surace here on his final homecoming. The extra point is up, and it is good. 5:47 remaining. The Irish lead grows 50-22 here from Notre Dame High School. What more can you say, Joe O'Gorman?
No, I mean, Surace put that ball right there in Quinn's hands. Quinn hauled it in.
3rd time the charm for Michael Quinn.
Yep,
it's been a tough night for him. An uncharacteristic night for Mike Quinn. A couple of big hitters that went right through his hand. You could make the case that there should be 6 touchdowns between both, or 7 actually, between both Stefanisco and Quinn. But Quinn cashing in that time, the senior wideout, striking for 6, connecting with his buddy A.J. Surace. And it's been all Irish in half number 2.
Yeah, it has. And Surace, it's amazing when you watch him. He's just so on target with that ball. It just drops right there.
Joe, when you train in the offseason with NFL quarterbacks like Daniel Jones and Kenny Pickett, just to name a couple,
yeah,
you know what you're going to get from a guy like Surace. And, you know, I got to talk with AJ at the start of last season. I said, I saw some videos of you, working out with Kenny and working out with Daniel Jones. And what's the one thing you learned from working out with guys like that? And he said, the margin for error and the window in which you can fit passes in. The difference between here as I hold my hands about 1.5 feet to here as I hold my hands to about 6 inches is everything for a quarterback, and that's something Surace prides himself on improving on. Solid return here is cutting it back inside and finally pushed out of bounds just short of the 30-yard line. They'll mark him a little bit shorter than that. Was Nick Peen on the kick return.
Plus, he's a football family, guys. Father's a coach up at Princeton.
Yep.
His grandfather was a great high school coach in Millville for years.
Football in the blood for A.J. Surace. And yeah, last season for AJ, his junior year, not exactly what he would have drawn up. I mean, battling injury in the first 3 weeks of the season. After his first start of the year, he battled through a knee injury, finished the game, was absent for weeks 2 through 4, came back against Ewing in week 5 and took over the rest of the way. But I'm sure if you ask AJ how he feels this season versus last, it's night and day in terms of a health standpoint, because he just looks tremendous to this point. And just before this snap can get called, it'll be a timeout taken, I believe, by the Irish, as it looks like they're trying to add Karan Woods late to this one. Andy Zigbo back into the game as he was attended to with an injury earlier. But a stoppage in play, 5:40 remaining here, and if you're the Irish defensively, you just want to hold things where they are, no big plays, keep everything in front of you. And if you're Delran, you're trying to, not that you're forced to a 2-minute offense, but you're trying to get as many points as you can and really apply some pressure here. Not that you're, playing for pride, but you're playing, again, to apply some pressure and show that you're meant to hang around with a team like Notre Dame, who is undefeated.
Delran didn't look like a team that came in here having lost 4 straight games.
Not at all. Not at all. And honestly, a huge, huge amount of praise goes, at least on my end, and I'm sure from yours as well, to the coaching staff. I mean, it starts obviously with the head coach, Colin Hugo, but, the offensive game plan tonight, it was a risky one, but you have to take risks if you're going to go toe-to-toe with an undefeated team. And they, for the most part in the first half, clicked all the right buttons. Sacco, play action, bootleg, right side complete, and bowled down by a handful of Irish defenders. Another stop for Musa Kamara, as I'll tell you something, Joe. The defensive back, the sophomore, Musa Kamara, he's played a physical brand of football, and I believe he's been sidelined the first couple of weeks with an injury. I've seen that number 9 jersey on the sideline a decent amount in sweatpants and a hoodie for the most part, but it seems like he's ready to make his presence felt in this Notre Dame defense, because
he looks a lot better in a helmet than a hoodie.
He's flying to the football tonight. A huge addition to this Notre Dame secondary, the sophomore Musa Kamara. Man in motion. That's Kingsmore. This is Cobbins, right side, but not much room to work. The ball comes loose. It's recovered by the Bears, and he should have been ruled down right where he picked it up, because you cannot advance a fumble forward offensively. But we've seen some pretty crazy stuff here tonight, and they're going to go ahead and give him the spot after he ran it forward.
Cobbins fumbled, recovered by number 77, KJ Jones. Advanced.
So add some rushing yards to the offensive lineman's stats tonight.
Right. Career day for him.
Throw that on the huddle tape. You never know. Coaches might be looking for a goal line fullback.
That's right. The refrigerator returns.
There we go.
Remember Perry at the Chicago Bears?
1st and 10, right around the 38-yard line. Under center is Sacco. A handoff to the fullback, but Winovich and Cam Bailey combining for the stop. Gain of a modest 1 from Nolasco is just as quickly he comes in, he comes out of this one. 2nd down and about 9 to go for the Bears. Under 4 to go.
Notre Dame defense has done a better job clogging the middle on Cobbins in the second half.
Well, the Irish, 4 minutes, under 4 to go here. Just about have this one in the bag with the victory. They will improve to 8-0 to start the season. Handoff, right side. This is Cobbins bouncing off of defenders and swung down by Andy Zigbo, and here comes a flag. An awkward tackle by Zigbo into the Bears sideline. This might be a horse collar. Maybe a face mask.
Gonna be a long one.
15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. It'll move the sticks. It'll make it a Bears 1st down. And after that penalty, very emphatic down on the field was defensive end Will Napier. swinging his arms around and kind of banging his thigh pads in displeasure with the penalty from the Notre Dame defense. He knows that all you got to do is just play a final clean 3 minutes, and you can keep this score right where it's at. 50 points put up tonight for the Irish. The Bears into Notre Dame territory looking for another score. 1st and 10. Bunch set. They'll sweep it around on the reverse. Right side. Peen bouncing it out in a strong gain. Give him about 6 on the carry, maybe 7. Heads into his own sideline. Should stop the clock at 2:52.
Once more, quick shout out to our Notre Dame hooligans on Neon Theme Night and Homecoming for all their support.
Strong turnout on hand here for Homecoming. And arguably the greatest show on turf for Mercer County in Notre Dame is just about everybody in Mercer County is going to want to get eyes on this team. But the question that remains for this Irish squad is what kind of noise can they make in the WJFL playoff picture? It's been the question for years.
And also, don't forget, next week's a big one.
Oh, it's a big one indeed. As
Hopewell's very good football team. So
the game of the year in Mercer County.
Definitely.
A week from today. Actually, about 6 days from today. Nope, sorry, 7 days from today, a week from today. I was right. I thought today was the 14th for a second. My apologies. But it's a week from today. We will see the Irish play host to the Bulldogs of Hopewell Valley. The Irish will enter that game at 8-0. Under center is Saka. Sweep reverse to the left. Peen looking for the edge. Shoestring tackle by Karan Woods as Peen brought down just before the 20-yard line.
Number 5, Nick Peen on the carry.
Peen gets up limping.
Brought down by number 30, Karan
Don't want to
Woods.
speculate, but it seems like he's been having some lower leg issues in this one tonight. Maybe I don't know if hobbly wheel of his.
Yeah. Might just be cramping up, I don't know, but certainly not the weather to cramp up.
Final 2 minutes in this one, 2:15 and counting.
Stays out there, though.
It was a year ago the Irish went on the road to play against Hopewell Valley, and it was the game of the year then. It'll be the game of the year now going into next week, but Hopewell Valley dominated that one with their then senior quarterback Tim McEwen throwing for, I believe it was 5 touchdown passes in that game. Might have been even 6.
Cobbins on the carry.
But that was
a heck of a senior season.
Oh, he did. And the coaching staff for Hopewell Valley, it's been a while since I've seen a quarterback like that throw on the run as well as he has. In the first half, it was McEwen and Serace trading blows with the big hitters downfield. Serace with a huge play downfield to Michael Quinn. It was the biggest play of the night for the Irish offense, but Hopewell Valley just really took it to the Irish, and that's a game next week that a lot of these returning members from a season ago for Notre Dame, they've got that one circled. Under center, Saka in the I formation. This is Cobbins' left side. Up the middle he goes, and he's met by a handful of Irish defenders. Positive gain that time again for Cobbins, 2nd and short. Final minute ticks off, 55 seconds and counting.
It's been entertaining, Mike. Very entertaining game.
Impressive stuff tonight, up and down, a scoring affair. 72 total points in this one.
Notre Dame got tested early and came through with the flying colors, I would say.
Saka under center yet again, I formation. Play action, bootleg, right side. Lets it go. Looking for the end zone. Tipped and almost intercepted. Andy Zigbo almost brought that one in on the tip drill. That's going to bring up 4th down. About 2 to go. A long 1 to be exact. 26 seconds remain in regulation. Joe, will you have a recap of this one in the Trentonian?
Yes, we will. It'll be online.
Tremendous stuff. Joe O'Gorman, great job as always, and always appreciate your efforts here in the broadcast booth.
Always a pleasure to work with you, Mike.
One of the best journalists you'll find in Mercer County. So lucky to have him a part of our WBCB broadcast team. Joe O'Gorman get his recap of tonight's coverage if you missed any of it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Whether it's in paper or online, the Trentonian, your only newspaper for daily local news and national coverage 7 days a week across Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County. The Trentonian, a proud sponsor of tonight's coverage here on WBCB. Injured player down on the field for Notre Dame. And the last thing you really want to see here is this one in the bag for the Irish, and a lot of those starters for the defense still on the field.
Yeah, nobody needs to get hurt at this time of the game.
That is Karan Woods, who is now being helped up.
He's had a heck of a day, too, back there in the secondary.
Woods and Zigbo both have had their hands on a number of passes in the air tonight. Both have had near tip drill interceptions. Woods makes his way to the sideline, being escorted by a handful of the Irish coaches and medical staff. This is 4th down and a long 1 to go.
It's 4th down.
Looks like he's going under center. Cobbins in the backfield. Man in motion, it's Peen. Play action. Ball's loose, it's popped out, and Rozika gets it. Winowich forces the fumble. Rozika hauls it into his arms. The second recovery of the night. An interception and a fumble recovery for Connor Rozika as the middle linebacker puts a stamp on this one tonight. What a performance from the Irish defense in half number 2.
Did an amazing job in the second half, Mike.
They won the turnover battle, they won the offensive battle, they won the battle in the trenches, and they won this game here tonight. 3 turnovers forced by the Notre Dame defense. What a victory for them tonight. Only thing left to do is to kneel this one out. A.J. Serace just about ready. Breaks the huddle. Victory formation for the Irish. Scipio, the lone back, around the 4-yard line, the security blanket. Serace under center for the first time tonight, takes the snap, takes the kneel down, and with that, the Irish of Notre Dame improve to 8-0 on the season, their first 8-0 start in 15 plus years.
Your final score, Notre Dame Irish 50.
Notre Dame
Bears 22.
Victorious by a final score of 50-22 as they have their sights set.
They did a great job, Mike.
The Irish with a complete team victory tonight. The defense steps up in the second half, and their sights are set on next week as they have a date and a rematch with the Bulldogs of Hopewell Valley. I want to thank all of our sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible. Team Toyota, Notre Dame High School, Cade Motor Company, All Cure Spine and Sports, the Revere Restaurant, Haldeman Ford Subaru, the New Jersey Education Association, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Capital Health System, the Trentonian, the 12th Man Touchdown Club of Mercer County, the Italian People's Bakery, Hyundai of Trenton, Jammer Doors and Windows, all proud to bring you today's coverage here on WBCB. One final time for the crew, for my broadcast partner, Joe O'Gorman. Colin Sommer produced today's stream. Outstanding work by the crew and doing today's camera work up top. Helping us out, Justin Plaza. Great efforts from the crew. Joe O'Gorman, thank you so much as always as he heads down to the field for a post-game interview. Stick around. On the YouTube channel for WBCB, you can catch the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview next as we talk to Tyler Stefanisco, the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game here on Homecoming. One final time, here from Notre Dame High School, the Irish improve to 8-0 on the season as they defeat the Bears of Delran 50-22. For my broadcast partner, Joe O'Gorman, my name is Mike Warren. We thank you so much for listening to high school football on the WBCB Sports Network. Have a great weekend, everybody.